check. 1, 2, 3, check, check, check. Check 1, 2, 3, Chuck E. Cheese. Check, check, check. 1, 2, 3, check, check, check. Check 1, 2. Good. Check 1, 2, 3, 4. Check 1, 2. Check, check. Chuck E. Cheese. Check, check, check. I was gonna ask you, your rings look like real gold, are they? No. No. They look like real gold. Guess we'll take it at 5 again. Uh-oh. Have to put it in rice. What did I just do with my phone? Did I kick it over the table? Hmm? I, it's got to be in this mess. There it is. It's in these papers. Oh, I forgot. Time to go. Hello, everyone, and a very pleasant good evening. Soda Gals, well, we'll saddle up and try it again. Didn't work so well last night for either the junior varsity or the varsity. Varsity lost to Ryrie last night, 58-25. It was all Lady Bulldogs. Tonight we've got the Lady Beavers of American Falls here at the high school. Got plenty of room for you. Come on out. A lot of fun. We got a seat for you. Parking, well, probably on your own. So we've got American Falls tonight. Next week, the kids travel out west. They'll be at Parma on Friday, the 21st, to face the Panthers. And then they just drop down south a little bit to face Melba on Saturday. And they'll battle the Lady Mustangs, both Parma and Melba. Very, very tough. And then we return home Tuesday, November 25th, and it will be the Grizz. Grace will be at Soda, and that's next Tuesday, or the following Tuesday. We got Friday, Saturday, Parma, Melba, and then the next Tuesday, Grace at Soda on Tuesday, November 25th. Then they travel to St. George to the Desert Hills tournament. Kids have, they've been to that tournament quite a few years now. Um, and that'll be December 4th, 5th, and 6th. That's Thursday, Friday, Saturday. And then they return home on Thursday, December 12th, and it'll be the Lady Trojans of Wendell. They will be here at Soda, and then the very next day they head on out to Declo to face the Lady Hornets, and that's Saturday, December 13th. So that's your schedule up to Saturday, December 13th. American Falls, well, the Lady Beeves, they lost to the Dragons last night, who should be kind of ranked one-ish when the rankings come out. They'll at least be in the top 5, no doubt. They defeated American Falls last night 61-20. And so, of course, American Falls here in Soda tonight. And then Firth will be at American Falls on Tuesday, November 18th. And then they don't play until December 4th. And they will be at Declo. In the conference, we got the Malad beating American Falls last night. Ryrie will be at Malad on Tuesday. West Side, West J will be at West Side tonight. And then the Lady Pirates will be at Marsh Valley on Wednesday. Aberdeen, Grace will be at Aberdeen on Tuesday. And then the Tigers, Lady Tigers, will be at North Fremont on Thursday. Declo will be at Buell on Tuesday. And then Nampa Christian will be at Declo next Friday. And Wendell, they've got Shoshone tonight. And then they'll be at Murtaugh on Tuesday. Just about ready to go here for the junior varsity game. American Falls in black jerseys with red shorts, Soda in all white. And I'll just have to pick the kids up as I see them. Got some real interesting names, especially for the varsity. Got a kick out of some of them. It will be Taylor Chris jumping for the Beavers against Soda's Richardson. Tip goes down to Soda. There's a three-point shot by Franson, no good. Soda down with the rebound. Big shot in by Richardson. 2-0. Junior Cards. Bringing the ball into the fourth court is Grigg. Shot up, a three-point shot, no good. Goes out of bounds, but it went off from Soda. 2-0 Cards just underway in the junior varsity game. American Falls with the ball out along their own baseline, comes in down to Wakely. Shot is up, no good. Rebound down to Allie Osborne, and I'm thinking she was fouled. Foul is going to go against Taylor Chris, her first. Soda's ball, 94 feet away. Franson to inbound the ball, gets it into Coombs. Coombs gets a pick, and, oh, she must have stepped on the sideline. Nice pick by Allie Osborne, but Coombs just couldn't quite get around it and stepped on the line. American Falls ball, as the ball comes into Grigg. Grigg over to the right side to Chris. Back to Grigg straight away. Chris on the right wing, back to Grigg. Ball is taken away by Franson. Franson drives in off the right side, laid it up short, and American Falls is Grigg down with the rebound. Grigg will bring it into the forecourt over to the right side to Chris. Along the baseline, shot is up, short off the rim. That was by Wakely. Soda down with the rebound. Franson into the forecourt, lost the handle on it, got it back. Shot is up, splash! What a nice shot by Hallie Osborne. About a 15-footer off the left side of the baseline. 4-0 Soda. Ball comes over to Cox. Ball taken away. Richardson. Ooh, there might have been another one by Franson. And they got the second one. They didn't get the first one. Timeout. American Falls. 4-0 Soda. 6:24 to go in the first quarter. Great football going on today. In fact, I was watching the Oklahoma-Alabama game just as I was coming over. What a game that was. It was the Sooners over Alabama, 23-21. What a game that was. In fact, Alabama Crimson Tide, I think they were favored to win that one. And that was at Alabama in Tuscaloosa. Texas A&M was behind by 27 points against South Carolina at halftime and came back to win 31-30. AF ball will go over to the right side to Chris, back up top to Cox, Cox back to Chris. Tough defense. Ball goes underneath, and Wakely is trapped. They're going to call a jump ball. The alternate possession belongs to American Falls. It'll be Grigg to inbound the ball. Ball goes to Chris to Cox. Cox will bring it back up top to Grigg. Grigg reverses the dribble, has it knocked away, got it back. Goes over to Chris. Chris to Cox. Cox back up top to Grigg. 4 seconds on the shot clock. We're not going to get the shot away. The buzzer doesn't sound. We had trouble with the buzzer yesterday. And they call a foul on Soda, but that should have been a shot clock violation. We had trouble with the buzzer last night. And the buzzer didn't ring. It was down to 0. They call a foul. That foul is against Franson. Shot is up and good. So Franson picks up the first soda foul. Denali, she's a good player. And Cox will get one more. Shot is up, off the rim. Rebound comes down to Gibson. Gibson cut off at midcourt, gets it to Coons, over to Franson. Franson drives with the left hand, cut off on the left angle, back up top to Coons between the circles. Coons goes around the arc, has the ball knocked away, taken away by Wakely. Wakely will get it to Grigg, goes down into the corner to Chris. High post to Wakely. Wakely in the middle of the paint, that rims off no good. And down with the rebound is Gibson. Long lead pass to Franson. Franson tried to get it into Osborne, and it's knocked out of bounds by the Beavers. Checking in for Soda will be Peter Borg and Allie Osborne. Checking out, Hallie Osborne and Richardson. Soda with the ball out along their own baseline. Ball comes into Franson. Franson, a three-point shot. Got it. 7-1. Soda. Grigg will bring it into the forecourt. Over to the right side to Cox. High post. Ooh, that was a walk. London back outside. They work it to Cox. Comes back to Cox. There's a three-point shot. That banks off no good. Nice rebound. And Wakely drops it in. Coons will get it to Franson. Franson in the back court. They get it up to the forecourt to Peterborg. Peterborg drives low box. Coons a three-point shot. That's no good. Ball is loose. And it's picked up by Kress. Kress will get it to Grigg. Grigg will bring it across the timeline with a right-hand dribble. Coons picks up Grigg. High post. They work it to Munden. Back outside to Grigg. Right side. Three-point shot. That went over the top of the backboard. That was put up by Kress. Checking in is Castorena for the Beavers. Full court pressure. Ball comes in to Osborne. Peterborg still in the back court. Got to beat the 10-second clock. They get it to Coons, and Coons traveled. So American Falls will have the ball on the side. It'll be Grigg to inbound the ball for the Lady Beavers. Ball comes in to Cox. Cox up top between the circles. High post to Wakely. Wakely has a shot blocked by Peterborg, but I think they're going to call a foul. 7-3. 3:30 to go in the first. Foul went against Taylor Peterborg. Second foul on Soda. Be a shooting foul. And it'll be Reagan Wakely at the free throw line. She hits the first one. She'll get one more. Checking out is Kress. Second shot, no good. Then Peterborg comes down with it, gets it to Franson. Franson comes from the back court to the forecourt, leaves it to Coons. Coons back to Franson on the left angle. Franson drives, kicks it over. Shot is up and good by Gibson. 9-4, Soda. Grigg will bring it up the floor, brings it into the forecourt with a right-hand dribble over to the left side. They work it to Wakely. Wakely on the left wing with a right-hand dribble across the top over to Cox. Cox working against Coons, tough defense, and the rebound comes down. It's Peterborg. Peterborg gets it off to Coons, and that's going to be a foul on Grigg. Going to be a reach-in foul. Checking in for the Cards will be Richardson and Osborne. Gibson will check out. And who was the other one? Peterborg. Soto with the ball in the back court comes into Franson. Franson into the forecourt to Osborne. Back to Franson. Shot is off. Rebound comes down to Richardson. Franson straight away kicks it to Coons. Coons between the circles. Drives down the left side. Pulls up. Back outside to Allie Osborne. Goes over to Hallie Osborne. Hallie drops it into Richardson. Rebound down, and we got a foul underneath. It'll be Osborne at the free throw line, and the foul is going to go against Wakely. So Reagan Wakely picks up her first foul. Allie Osborne at the free throw line. Shot is up, no good. Allie is just a freshman. Lots of freshmen on the Soda team. They're all freshmen and 2 sophomores. Osborne with one more, and that one rims out, and I think Osborne was over the line. So American Falls will have the ball. It'll be Costarena to inbound the ball. Gets it into Grigg. Grigg will walk it up the floor with 2:05 to go in the first quarter. Wakely on the right angle drops it down to Costarena. Ball knocked away by Richardson. She just about collected it, but knocked it out of bounds. It'll be American Falls ball along their own baseline. It'll be Grigg to inbound the ball. Ball comes in, open shot, splash, Wakely. She has 5 points. Coons may have carried that. We got a foul. Got a few American Falls referees right to my left. Boy, they called it tight last night. That foul went against Grigg. That's her second. Grigg will check out. And Chris, she forgot to check in. Now she got it. Soda ball on the side, right in front of the American Falls bench. Goes to Gibson. Gibson between the circles over to Franson. Franson turns, shoots, splash. Franson with 5 points. 11-6 Soda, 1:30 to go in the first quarter. Bounce pass to the right angle. That goes to Cox. Reels has the ball taken away. Osborne kicked it into the back court, and that's got to be traveling. Yeah. It was Costarena. She kind of fell on her wallet and went skidding, and they call her for the traveling. So Soda ball on their own baseline. It'll be Franson to inbound the ball for the Cards. 1:19 to go in the first. Gibson with a 3-point shot. That's no good. Costarena with the rebound for the Beavers. Off to Grigg. Not Grigg, Wakely. Goes to the left angle to Cox. Wakely will back it out. Goes over to the right side to Chris. Ooh, that was a walk. Yeah, they got her. Picked up her back foot. And you got to keep that on the floor. Soda ball. Gibson gets it into Franson. Franson into the forecourt. Over to the right side to Gibson. They drop it into Zander. Franson outside. No good. And Chris down with the rebound for American Falls. Into the forecourt is Wakely. And Osborne knocks it out of bounds. And Coons will check in for Soda. Franson will check out with 35 seconds to go in the first. Chris will inbound the ball. Comes into Wakely. High post. Shot is up by Munden. Rebound. And we got a foul. And that's going to go against Hallie Osborne. Hallie and Allie. American Falls ball along their own baseline. Press. You got to get it in. Goes into Wakely. Wakely puts a shot up. Richardson down with the rebound for Soda. Bounces it to Coons. Coons. Crossover dribble into the forecourt. Gets a pick from Gibson. That one might have been a little early. We've still got 11 seconds on the clock. AF's ball with 11 seconds to go in the first. Ball comes into Wakely. Wakely into the forecourt. High post to Munden. Shot up no good. Richardson, 2 seconds. 1 second. Coons put it up. That's the end of the first quarter. At the end of one, Soda 11 and American Falls 6. Once again, both teams lost last night. Soda lost to Ryrie, and American Falls lost to Malad. State football yesterday, Nampa Christian beat Westside 20-8. And Aberdeen lost on Thursday to Ryrie 14-8. Grace, oh my stars, what happened to the Grizzlies? Hendrick just, well, they handed it to him 82-6. I wouldn't have bet money on that at all. In the 6As, Rigby 40 and Rocky Mountain 21. Timberline 23, Coeur d'Alene 17. 5As, it was Hillcrest over Twin Falls 44-20. It was Bishop Kelly over Skyline 21-20. What a game that was. Fruitland lost to Kimberly 28-21. And Sugar lost to Homedale 30-20. Council and Cary, that's today. Tri-Valley and Wallace is today. Coons works to the left side, goes to Franson. Franson lost it off her foot, out of bounds. Soda leads by 5. American Falls with the basketball. As Greg will work it into the forecourt, goes to Cox. Cox up top between the circles, reverses it to the right side. That went to Klinger. Left side now to Grigg. Grigg kicks it up top to Munden. Munden guarded tightly. 10 seconds on the shot clock. That goes over to Klinger. Shot is up. That is off. But American Falls chases down the rebound. And they call a foul on Soda. Not sure I saw that one, but we'll go with it. That foul was on Hallie Osborne. That's her second. AF ball underneath their own basket. Grigg gets it into Cress. Cress, a 3-point shot. Got it. That tightens up the score to a 2-point lead for the Cards. Whoa, Coons carried it. Wow. That's going to go back court. Not sure what the ref was looking at on that. Coons really palmed the ball. You can dribble it as high as you want to, clear up around your ear, as long as you don't turn it over. And I thought she palmed it, but AF got the ball anyway. Goes to Grigg. Grigg up top between the circles. Over to the right side to Cox. Cox on the angle, brings it back up top to Cress. Cress on the left angle. Grigg on the wing. Richardson steals the ball. Gets it to Coons. Coons threw it behind Allie Osborne. And American Falls with another chance to tie or take the lead with a 3. Ball is in the back court. Ball will come into Grigg. Grigg will bring it into the forecourt with a right-hand dribble picked up by Gibson. over the right side to Crest. Shot Monday and had that blocked away. Good defense. Comes up top by Greg. She reverses it. Throws up a one-hander. Bound tough luck shot there by Klinger. They're going to call a jump ball. Alternate possession belongs to American Falls. Just underway in the second quarter, 11-9 Soda. American Falls with the ball underneath their own basket. It'll be Grigg to inbound the ball. Comes outside to Chris, over to the left side to Cox. Shot is up, missed everything, and that's going to be a foul on Peterborg, I believe. Should be a shooting foul. That is Peterborg's second foul, and that'll put Klinger at the free throw line. And she'll get a pair. Shot is up and good. She'll get one more 1 point lead. Klinger can tie it for the Lady Beavers. Second shot, and we're tied. American Falls was down by 6. Ooh, that might have been a walk. Richardson puts a shot up. No good, and Chris comes down with the rebound. Grigg into the forecourt, goes to the left wing. 3-point shot is up. That caroms off. Peterborg with the rebound gets it to Osborne. Wow, ball stolen away from Gibson. She got it back. Got to get it across the timeline. Good job by Gibson. She'll get it to Franson. Franson drives. Running one-hander. Got it. Soda up by 2, 13-11. Grigg will bring it into the forecourt. Over to the left angle to Cox. Cox back up top between the circles to Grigg. Grigg cut off there, back over to Cox. Cox back to Grigg. Grigg drives, puts a shot up and dropped it in. We are tied again. Franson will bring it into the forecourt. And there's going to be a reach. And that's going to go against Grigg, and that's her third. I don't mind them calling it tight, but they need to be consistent. Peterborg will inbound the ball, comes into Coons. Franson from the corner. That's no good. Klinger runs it down. Klinger will bring it into the forecourt. Over to the left side to Cox. Cox back outside to Chris between the circles. We're tied at 13. American Falls looking for their first lead. Costarena is tied up. Call a jump. And the alternate possession should belong to Soda. Soda will have the ball in the back court. And as Peterborg will get it into Coons. Coons into the forecourt to Gibson. Gibson on the right angle. Holds up, drops it to Franson. Coons a 3-point shot. That was short. And down with the rebound is Taylor Chris. She'll get it off to Savannah Cox. Goes over to the right side to Castorena. Underneath, back outside to Castorena to Cox. Left wing, they work it to Chris. Chris will get it to Klinger and back to Chris. Goes to Cox. Cox reverses it against Coons. Over to Paisley Castorena. Lost it on the floor. And London, I believe, is fouled. Was not a shooting foul, so American Falls will have it out of bounds. I'm not see who they called that on. It goes against Gibson. That's her first. Now we have a little zebra chat. There's no way she was shooting that, but she's very smart. She goes to the free throw line, give me the ball. I speak zebra, and I'm not sure I understood that. 13-13 as refs check at the table. And Taylor Chris, very smart, hanging out at the free throw line. Checking out will be no timeout soda. 13-13, 3:36 to go until halftime. I think Billy K. Sims called the timeout, coach for Soda Junior Varsity. We still got a lot of room for you. I know there's a lot of football going on. Basketball is better. Come on out. These gals, they're fun to watch. Checking in will be Allie Osborne. Coach Billy K. doing X's and O's. It will be, what did they say? I still don't know whether Chris is shooting or American Falls has it out of bounds. They call it out of bounds. That's what I saw. Costa Rica will inbound the ball for the Beavers out underneath their own basket. Castorena, lob comes in to Munden, and she loses it. Coons into the forecourt. Coons straight away. Franson, 2-point shot. She was on the line. Ooh, that was a walk. Yep, traffic cop right there. Soda ball right in front of us. Danielle Franson will inbound the ball. Comes into the back court to Coons. Coons between the circles, works to the right side, gets a pick. Franson from the corner, called it 2. That is 9 points for Danielle Franson. 15-13, Soda takes a 2-point lead. Castorena up top to Cox. Cox back over to Castorena. Shot is up, but it went off a Soda. 15-13. Beavers with the ball along their own baseline. It'll be Castorena to inbound the ball. Comes into Cox. Cox left side. 3-point shot is off. Coons, smallest player on the floor, down with the rebound. Oh, what a play by Franson. No, Richardson can't finish it. Franson was going out of bounds and threw it behind her back. Franson with a 3-point shot. That caroms off. And Allie Osborne runs it down. Gets it back to Danielle Franson. And wow. I'm not sure what he was looking at. Soda turns it over. Savannah Cox will inbound the ball for American Falls. Taylor Chris waits for it. Ooh, just about walked. Got it back to Cox. Back over to Chris, and now she traveled. All's well. I thought she traveled here in the back court. Peterborg to inbound the ball for the Cards. Comes into Coons. Coons works to the right angle. High post to Richardson. Osborne, 15-foot shot from the elbow. Battle for the rebound. Gibson saves it to Osborne. Hallie Osborne. Coons over to Peterborg. Peterborg puts it on the floor. Osborne somehow come up with that. Gibson, a 3-point shot. That's no good. And down with the rebound for American Falls is Taylor Chris. Wakely into the forecourt. Goes over to the left angle to Chris. 15-13. A minute 35. Crest. Wow, we got a bunch of referees to my left. Coons with the steal. Coons down the right side. Coons a bounce pass to Osborne. Up top to Gibson. Peterboard. Turns back to Gibson. Gibson over to Coons. Back to Gibson. High post to Osborne. Good. Hallie Osborne. 4 points for Hallie. 17-13. Into the forecourt is Cox. Goes to Costarena. High post to Klinger. Back outside. They work it to Cox. Cox against Coombs. Over to Chris. Underneath. Tried to hit Rios. Soda knocks it out of bounds. Checking in for the Cards will be Allie Osborne, Carly Zander, and who did I miss? 3 came in. Ball comes in on the left wing to Chris. Bounce pass goes to Cox across the top to Costarena. High post. Klinger. That was short. Went under the basket. 39.8 seconds to go in the half. Soda up by 4. Coombs into the forecourt. Oop, that pass was whoa, that's a carry. And there's a shot that's up and in. I'm thinking that was Chris. 20 seconds. Problem. At halftime, I need to teach these referees what a carry is. I missed a couple of them. Ball goes to the left side. Chris, a 3-point shot, no good. Franson, 5 seconds. 2 seconds. Shoot it. Franson, 25 feet, just missed. Soda leads it by 2 at halftime, 17-15. Let me add up the scoring for you. In fact, I could do this in my head. 5 points for Taylor Chris. She hit a 3 and a 2. 2 points for Maddie Grigg. 1 point for Savannah Cox on 1 of 2 from the free throw line. Munden got into the ball game, did not score. Rios got into the ball game, did not score. Allie Klinger, 2 for 2 from the free throw line. And Reagan Wakely hit 2 twos and was 1 of 2 from the free throw line for 5 points. Beavers hit on 4 of 6 from the free throw line and committed 5 personal fouls. For Soda, Franson had 9 points, hit a 3 and 3 twos. Allie Osborne, 0 for 2 from the line, did not score. Richardson hit a bucket for 2. Coombs did not score. Peterboard played, did not score. Hallie Osborne hit 2 twos for 4 points. Gibson hit a 2 for 2 points. And Zander got in the ball game and did not score. Soda was 0 for 2 from the free throw line. And American Falls 4 for 6. Soda committed 6 personal fouls. At the end of the first quarter, Soda led it by 5, 11-6. And then here at halftime, American Falls put up 9 points in the second quarter. Soda 6. As American Falls outscored Soda by 3. And it's a 2-point game here at halftime. Soda 17 and American Falls 15. Let me check my notes and see what we got going on. Of course, number 12, BYU, they host TCU in Provo tonight. That's an 8:15 kickoff. Of course, they lost last week to Texas Tech. Texas Tech blew out UCF earlier today. Wasn't even close. Um, BYU will be at Cincinnati next week. Then Central Florida will come to Provo the following week. Got a great basketball game tonight, and it'll be at the Boston Garden where the Celtics play. Number 3, UConn will face number 7, BYU in basketball. Next Friday, Cougars will play number 24, Wisconsin. That'll be in the Delta Center. And then BYU will be at Miami on November 25th. In the college rankings, Houston, out of the Big 12, they are ranked number 1. Boise State football, they are 6-3. They are at San Diego State tonight. They lost last week to Fresno State, 30-7. Next week, the Rams of Colorado State will be in Boise. Then the following week, the Broncos and the Aggies will finish the season in Logan. That's a 2 p.m. kickoff. I was in Logan a little earlier today. Still don't like the traffic in Logan. Basketball, Boise State is 2-1. They lost to Hawaii, beat Utah Valley, and beat Texas Rio Grande Valley. They've got Montana State, the Bobcats from Bozeman tonight. Wichita State will be at Boise on Tuesday. And then they'll face the Trojans of USC in Hawaii on Monday the 24th. And then the Broncos will face NC State, the Wolfpack, on Tuesday in Hawaii. Utah State, 5-4 in football. They're in Las Vegas right now. They really beat the heck out of the Wolfpack of Nevada last week, 51-14. UNLV, they're a really good football team. And then the Aggies will be at Fresno State next Saturday, and then they finish with Boise State in Logan, November 28th. Basketball, the Aggies are 2-0. They beat VCU, Virginia Commonwealth, 80-77. And they beat Weber State, 83-73. They have the UTEP Miners in Logan tonight. And then they'll be in Charleston next week, South Carolina, to face Tulane. Idaho, 4-6 in football. They lost to UC Davis, 28-14. The 49ers beat them, doubled them up last week. They are at Sac State today, face the Hornets. And then Idaho State will be in Moscow next Saturday. Basketball, the Vandals are 2-1. They beat Washington State 83-81, beat Whitman 94-49, lost to the Toreros of San Diego 78-74, and they have got UC San Diego from La Jolla, California tonight. And next Saturday, they'll have the Eagles of Eastern Washington in Moscow. Idaho State, the Bengals are 4-6 in football. They had Weber State in Pocatello today. Didn't get a score on that one. And then they'll be in Moscow next Saturday. They've got 2 wins in a row, depending on what happened today. They beat UC Davis 38-36. That was in Davis, California. And they beat Cal Poly last week in Pocatello, 27-17. Basketball, the Bengals are 2-1. Lost to San Diego, 73-57. They are at Seattle on Sunday. Hope they get out uh, of Seattle. Tuesday, they've got Santa Clara. And Friday, Justice University, the Lions from Chandler, Arizona. Weber State, 3-7. And they are at ISU. I'm going to have to check my phone. I got a couple of scores I need to look up. Lumberjacks of Northern Arizona, the guys from Flagstaff, will be at Stewart Stadium in Ogden next Saturday. Basketball, Weber State is 1-2, lost to Utah and lost to Utah State. They have UC Irvine, the Anteaters, in Ogden tonight, and then they'll have Campbell University in Ogden on Tuesday. The Utah Jazz are 4-8. They lost to Atlanta 132-122. Tomorrow they've got the Chicago Bulls at the Delta Center. Then Tuesday, the Jazz will be at the Lakers. Couple of football scores. Arizona beat Cincinnati today, 30-24. BYU has the Bearcats. I think that's in Cincinnati. Next week, Texas Tech beat Central Florida 48-9. Utah is at Baylor tonight. Texas is at Georgia. As I mentioned earlier, Oklahoma, number 11 in the country, beat number 4 Alabama in Tuscaloosa 23-21. Notre Dame crushed Pitt. That was supposed to be a pretty good game. It was the Irish over the Panthers 37-15. And Texas A&M come from 27 down at halftime to beat South Carolina 31-30. We are ready to go. We'll switch ends. Should be American Falls ball. Beavers behind by 2. And AF huddled up around Coach Dan Sundergaard. Soda's ready to go. Cards lead it by 2. We're ready to begin the third quarter. Maybe they needed to put some more air in the basketball. Who knows? Should be American Falls ball. I'm not sure what's going on. There goes Cox. She will inbound the ball to Grigg in the backcourt. Comes into Grigg. Grigg will be picked up by Coons. Just underway in the third quarter. Beavers behind by 2. Press crosses over, gets it out to Klinger. Klinger over to Grigg. And double dribble. Wow. She must have put both hands on the basketball at the same time. That's the only thing I could think of. Coons comes into Franson. Franson will walk it into the forecourt. Works the left angle, gets a pick from Coons, goes over to Osborne. Ooh, that's a dangerous pass. Richardson off the glass. Osborne has it knocked out of her hands, out of bounds. If Osborne could have hung on to that, she had a layup. Just underway in the third quarter, Soda up by 2. Comes into Franson. Franson drives. Running one-hander is short off the rim. Klinger down with the rebound. She'll leave it for Grigg. Grigg over to the left side to Cox. Cox a three-point shot. That's off the rim. And Coons down with the rebound for the Cards. Coons crosses over, takes it in, and was fouled. I think Coons, she's about 5 foot nothing, but she handles the ball really well. That foul is going to go against Gary. Nope, changed their mind. Cox. Coons puts it up. That rims out. She'll get one more. She hasn't scored yet. Coons, just a freshman. Second shot. That one's off the front of the rim, and Osborne with the rebound is fouled. And that's going to go against Munden. If I read his fingers correctly, yes. And that'll put Allie Osborne at the free throw line for a pair. Shot is up, dances on the rim, and won't drop. So Soda here in the third quarter, 0 for 3. Checking in is Rios. Allie for one more. Shot is up. That one rattles out. Down with the rebound is Klinger. Klinger back to Grigg. Grigg leaves it for Cox. Back to Grigg. High post. Klinger goes over to the right side to Chris. Back outside to Grigg. Oh, that was wow. I don't need to call the game. I got so many officials over here to my left. And now they call one. Foul on Soda. Checking in is going to be Gibson. That foul is going to go against Coons. Ball comes in to Cox. Cox kicks it out to Rios. Rios to Grigg. Back to Cox. Cox drops it to Chris. Chris misses one. Whoa, that might have been a jump ball. And Richardson blocks. Checking back in is Munden, and she will check in for Rios. Peterborg will check in for Soda. Richardson will check out. American Falls ball underneath their own basket. Comes outside to Chris. Left wing to Cox. Cox drives and scores. We are tied at 17. Coons to Gibson. Underneath. Osborne turns, shoots, and scores. Nice job by Allie Osborne. That's her first basket. Griggle walking into the forecourt. Gets it to Cox. Cox drives. Cut off by Osborne and Gibbs. Underneath, and a foul as Hunter tried to put it up, and she was fouled on the way up. I think that's going to be Hallie Osborne on the foul. That's 3 on Hallie. And that will put Allie Klinger at the free throw line. Allie is a sophomore. Shot is up and good. She is 3 for 3 from the free throw line. Cuts the lead to 1. Franson checks in for Osborne. And Allie Klinger, one more. Shot is up. And that one missed. Rebound. That was a pretty quick jump, but I guess that's the way I would have called it. Franson stepped in right in front of the referee and he didn't see it. 3-point shot by Gibson. Banks off. Battle for Gibson, and Grigg takes it away. And Grigg was fouled by Coons. That's her second. In the foul category, Soda has committed 9 and American Falls 6. Cox into the forecourt to Grigg on the right angle. Back into Klinger. Klinger puts it up. That's short off the rim. Chris puts it up, and not sure that went off of Soda. It'll be American Falls ball out underneath their own basket. Grigg will inbound the ball. Comes into Chris. And ball stolen away by Coons. Coons is going to take it in. Lays it up and scores. That is Coons' first best basket. 21-18. Soda. Grigg reverses the ball against Coons and threw it away. Good defense by the Cards. Checking in is Castorena. Timeout on the floor. 30-second timeout. 21-18 Cards. Soda has scored 4 points here in the third quarter. American Falls, 3 points. Soda is 0 for 5 from the free throw line in the entire ball game. American Falls is 5 for 8. And there's the buzzer, 4:55 to go. Soda ball right in front of us. Peterboard to inbound the ball for the Cards. Gets it into Coons. Coons into the forecourt, works to the right angle. All the way to the baseline underneath the basket, hooks it up. Couldn't get it to drop, but American Falls can't handle the rebound, and it goes out of bounds. There's so many pink shoes out there, I think I'm getting blurry. Franson standing on the three-point line, splash. It's only going to be a 2-pointer. Franson has 11 points. Soda up by 5. Grigg against Coons. Soda in a man. Goes to Cox. Cox up top to Munden. Munden to Grigg. Grigg puts it up. That's no good. Yep, that was the right call. That went off of Munden. Soda will have the basketball. Got to do a little shoe maintenance as Castorena. Flat tire. Comes into Coons. Coons into the forecourt. Works to the right angle to Franson. Oh, that was a walk. Franson drives, runs up a one-hander. That's no good. Osborne off her foot and out of bounds. American Falls behind by 5. 4:05 to go in the third quarter. Grigg walking into the forecourt, left side to Castorena. Back outside, they work it to Munden and Tradley. Wow, that little Coons. I'm not sure she actually goes underneath the legs or not, but she causes a lot of problems out there. Ball comes into Coons. Coons will work to the left angle. Needs some help. Bounce pass to Gibson down in the low blocks. Gibson lost the handle on it, but we got a whistle. That's going to go against Grigg. That's 4. Wow. I really don't like to hear the complaints. They are calling it both ways. And American Falls has actually been called for less than Soda. Shot by Franson. No good. Press down with the rebound. Wow, I need to put a striped shirt on somebody over here to my left. Ball comes in, back to Cox. Cox into the forecourt. That's a bump by Gibson, and she'll pick up her second foul. AF ball right in front of us. It'll be Castorena to inbound the ball. Comes in to Klinger. Klinger back to Castorena. Nice crossover dribble. Osborne, good defense. Goes back outside to Klinger. Klinger underneath. Nice pass. Goes to Cox. And Cox lays it in. Soda up by 3. Coombs into the forecourt. Goes to Franson. Franson's right side. Osborne, 3-point shot. Won't go. Richardson battles for it, but Cox comes up with it. Cox will bring it into the forecourt, up top between the circles, over to the left side to Castorena. Castorena at the top of the key to Klinger, back to Castorena. Goes over to the right side to Chris. Chris on the right angle, needs some help. Goes and she threw it away. She needed some help and she didn't get it and threw it away. Timeout, Billy K. Sims. 2:32 to go in the third. Soda has a 3-point lead, 23-20. Let's see, I need to get on my phone. Well, UConn leads BYU in basketball 38-25. That's in the Boston Garden. Utah, they're in the second quarter. Was that 10-7 Baylor? Not sure. Let's see if I can find Utah State. Let me see. Soda's ball. Cardinals up. It is 13-10. Utah State over UNLV. Coombs down the left side, all the way in, laid it up short. Richardson follows it and puts it in. That's 4 points for Richardson. And that was either Franson or Coombs. I think they're going to call that on Danily Franson. That'll be here second. That's the 11th foul on Soda. We'll walk to the other end. That's the 5th foul on Soda in spite of all the complaints. And that will put Cox at the free throw line. She can bring the Beavers within 2. Shot is up and good. She is 2 of 3 from the free throw line. She'll get one more. Cox is a freshman. That one's off the rim. Richardson lost it, and they're going to call a jump ball. And the alternate possession belongs to Soda. Whoa, they give that to... Wow, that's a smart play by Chris. Go out of bounds and see if they'll give it to you. That was actually Soda's possession on the alternate possession. Coombs into the forecourt. Working against Castorena. Underneath to Richardson. Richardson had that partially blocked. And Klinger down with the rebound. The ball is loose. Osborne ties up with Munden. Alternate possession will go to American Falls. 4-point lead for Soda, 25-21. Crest inbound the ball, gets it into Cox. Cox against Franson. Reverses it. They're going to call the foul against Coons. Just kind of depends on what you're looking at. And that will put Chris at the free throw line. This will be the 9th and 10th free throw for the Beavers. Shot is up and no good. Soda has shot 5. Checking in will be Peterborg, and Coons will check out. Crest for one more. Shot is up, and that is too hard. Richardson comes up with the rebound, gets it off to Franson. Franson into the forecourt. Lob almost over the head of Gibson, goes inside to Osborne down in the low blocks. Osborne dribbles, puts up a left-handed shot, goes out of bounds. And they say it went off of American Falls. Peterborg to inbound the ball, bounce pass into Franson. Franson reverses it, drives in and scores. That is 13 points for Daniel Lee Franson. 6-point lead for the Cards. Ooh, Gibson with a bump. They let that go. Franson will go into the forecourt over to Peterborg. Peterborg, an 18-footer, got her own rebound, gets it to Franson. Franson, a 3-point shot. That's no good. Wow. They're going to call that against Cox. That'll be the 4th foul on American Falls. Soda already has, I believe, 6 in this quarter. Franson with 55 seconds will get it to Peterborg, to Osborne. Osborne to Franson on the left angle. Franson straight away, 3-point shot, banks off. Taylor Press with the rebound, and she's tied up. Yes. Possession will belong to Soda. Carly Zander will check in for Richardson. 40.8 seconds to go in the third. 27-21, Soda. Shot blocked. Franson again, that one's short. Richardson tries to save it, but she was out of bounds. I'm getting a kick out of this. I got an oh my God, but it went their way. That's funny. It'll be Cox into the forecourt, over to the right side on the angle. Oops, there's a bump by Zander, and that will put Klinger at the free throw line. Klinger is 3 of 4. She's a sophomore. And she'll get a pair. Shot clock is off. Wow. Free throw line is 15 feet, and I think that was a 13-foot shot. She'll do better. She is 3 of 5 from the free throw line. Second one is up, rattles around, pops out. What do they call there? And that's one of those you got to be kidding fouls. It will put Klinger at the free throw line. Klinger puts a shot up, misses. She'll get one more. Ball comes into Franson. 27-21, 15 seconds. Picked by Gibson. Oh, wow. Oh, my stars. That was awful. American Falls ball. And Chris will inbound it. And Franson just about got the pick. We got 12.5 seconds. Chris to inbound the ball for the Beavers. Goes into the backcourt to Cox. Cox covered by Gibson. Don't breathe on her. 3-point shot is up. Banks off, no good. Gibson with the rebound, 2 seconds. And that is kicked away. Soda put up 10 points in that quarter. And Beavers put up 6 points. And at the end of the third quarter, 27-21. Soda leads it by 6. American Falls shot 10 free throws just in that quarter. And they hit 2 of them. Otherwise, they would have a big lead. We'll go to the fourth quarter with the Cards up by 6, 27-21. 20 seconds left in the timeout between the quarters. Halftime, Utah 28, Baylor 17. Coach Moulton has got the AD job tonight, and she has been busy. She was sweeping the floor when I got here. She's working on the computer for the reader boards. American Falls ball shot up. That is short. Cox with another one. That one's no good. And Osborne down with the rebound to Coombs. Coombs drives hard, spins, and she walks. Thank you, referee to my left. It will be Grigg. Grigg playing with 4 fouls. Franson just about got the pick. She knocks it out of bounds. It will be Wakeling to inbound the ball. Comes into Grigg. Grigg, Coons playing it tight, and they let her. Goes to Cox. High post. There's a drive. Osborne cut off the drive. Shot up by Wakely. Missed everything. And Osborne down with the rebound. Lead pass to Richardson, and she is fouled. Oh, I'm having fun with this. Just about took her arm off, and they disagree. That foul will go against Wakely. And at the line will be Richardson. This is a little blast. I love this. Richardson will shoot 2. Shot banks off, no good. And Richardson, she has 4 points. She'll get one more free throw. Richardson puts it up, and that one no good, but Osborne follows it up and in. Osborne with 4 points. Grigg into the forecourt to Cox. Goes back to Grigg. She reverses it, and I think she threw it away. Yep, she did. Coons, timeout. American Falls. Soda up by 8, 29-21. This is a lot of fun. This is kind of the funnest game I've done in a while. Not actually for the play on the court. It's just kind of fun up here in the stands. 29-21 Soda. It is Danielle Franson to lead all scorers. She has 13. She's scored in every quarter. Soda ready to go. Be Coons to inbound the ball. Franson waiting for the inbounds pass. Coons gets it into Franson. And there's a drive. Franson pulls up on the left wing, gets it to Osborne. Osborne looking inside to Allie Osborne, back to Franson. Franson, a left-handed shot that was off, and down with the rebound is Wakely. Wakely will get it to Grigg. Grigg into the forecourt, right side to Wakely on the wing, and a reach in by Hallie Osborne. That should be her fourth. I'll wait for them to post it. Yeah, nope, her third. One foul apiece. Lob comes in, goes back outside to Cox. Cox a running one-hander. Richardson battles for it. Cox comes up with it. Banks off, no good. Richardson with the rebound. And yes, I think that was a foul. Oh, I'm having a blast. This is fun. They call that foul against Cox. That's her third. Franson to the left angle. Now lost the ball off her foot, out of bounds. That should go over to the Beavers, or did they say American Falls touched it? Not sure I saw that one. Peterborg to inbound the ball, gets it into Franson on the left wing. Lob comes to Coons. Coons a running one-hander, can't get it to drop. And the rebound comes down to Munden. Jump balls, Soda, possession. Peterborg to inbound the ball. Ball comes in. What a pass to Richardson. Beavers went to sleep on that one, and Richardson had a layup off the left side. 10-point lead for Soda. Goes over to the right angle to Wakely. Nice give and go. Shot is missed. Rebound down to Cox. 3-point shot, no good. And that'll go over to Soda. Gibson set to check in for Soda. Franson will check out. 31-21. Coons will work it into the forecourt. Gets a pick from Peterborg. Pick and roll wasn't there. 3-point pass. Gibson right down the well from the left wing. Up top, Grigg to Cox. Cox straight away, Coons all over her. She's just like a gnat. Driving is Cox. Yeah, with one-hander, she scores. She has 7 points. 24-23. Coons, wow, that's a foul. Just pay attention up here. I'll call them for you. That's the fourth foul on Savannah Cox. 3 fouls on American Falls. 1 on Soda in this quarter. Comes into Coons. Coons between the circles, over to Gibson. High post to Osborne. Gibson 3-point shot. Banks off, no good. Klinger with the rebound. Klinger over to the right side to Wakely. Wakely has it knocked away. Coons is knocked right on the back of her lap. They let that go. Ball knocked away, and coming up with it, Cox has it. Cox over to Grigg. Grigg drives to the baseline, puts it up. Shot was partially blocked. American Falls. Jump ball. This one will go to the Beavers. They actually called 3 seconds twice last night. I've never seen that. We got a little bit of that going on. It'll be Grigg to inbound the ball. Comes in. Open shot for Cox. A little long. Richardson down with a rebound for Soda. Franson will bring it into the forecourt with 4 minutes to go in the ball game. Franson in the corner to Gibson, back to Franson on the wing. She'll bring it back up top. 3:50 to go. Peterborg on the right wing. Back up top, Richardson. Gibson just about had it picked. Gibson, about an 18-footer. Richardson with the rebound, turns, shoots. That won't drop. And Klinger down with the rebound for American Falls. Get it to Grigg. Grigg will push it into the forecourt to Cox. Wakely. Back to Cox. Straight away, Grigg has an open three. Missed it. And Richardson down with the rebound for Soda. Off to Franson. Well, that was a bad pass. Intended for Osborne, and they're going to get Osborne for reaching in. Wow. 34-23. And that's the fourth foul. No, first foul, wrong Osborne. It was Allie Osborne that with the reach. Grigg will bring it into the forecourt, threw it away. Now that hit the line. I saw that. Besota's ball right here in front of us. Gibson will inbound it to Franson. Franson underneath. Osborne to Richardson. Richardson, I think she's left-handed, but she put that in with the left hand off the left side. Grigg reverses it at the top of the key to Cox. Cox straight away to Wakely. Ooh, good pass. Ooh, might have been a foul. Grigg puts it in, and it's 36-25, an 11-point lead for Soda. Ooh. She didn't pick it up. 36-25. 2:26 to go. I'm having a blast. Brandon just texted me. Said, you sound like you're having fun. Yes, I am. Shot up by Coons, no good. Richardson with the rebound, no contact there. Franson puts it up, and Franson, Danley will go to the free throw line. I like Franson. She is a good player. This is her first trip to the free throw line. 36-25. Franson with the first one. Rattles around and pops out. So get one more. Soda up by 11 with 2:20 to go. Franson, just a freshman. She'll put one more up. Shot is up. Won't drop. Well, over the top was Richardson. But Gibbs, or make it Wakely, takes it away. Wakely into the forecourt. And that goes to Klinger. 3-point shot, no good. Xander into the ball game. Soda loses it. Xander with the rebound. Bad passes picked off. Goes to Wakely. Wakely from behind the free throw line. Ooh, there was a bump there. They let that one go. Grigg with the rebound. Shot is up, no good. AF has had about 5 tries, and that one has missed everything, and there's a foul. Of course. This ref is tired. My good buddy Brandon Moldenhauer said, it sounds like you're having fun. Yes, I am. It'll be Klinger at the free throw line. Drops in. All I ask is that you have consistency, and I'm not sure we've had that tonight. Second shot is up. Splash. She hits them both. 36-27. A 9. Ooh, that's a walk. 5 referees over here got that one right. They didn't call it. Goes over to Wakely. Wakely 3-point shot. And battling for the rebound is Kress. Goes to Cox. Cox on the angle. Ooh, that might have been a walk. And that's going to go into the back court. And that's a turnover with 1:17 to go. Soda will have the ball right here in front of us. Ball comes into Osborne. Hallie gets it to Richardson. Richardson, 15-footer. A little short. Goes out of bounds. It'll belong to American Falls. Soda up by 9, 1:10 to go. Well, that's a walk. Come on. Yes, it was. Soda will bring in Gibson, Peterborg, and Allie Osborne. Gibson will inbound the ball right here in front of us. I get such a kick out of Coons. Yeah, she pushes a little bit. She has to. Coons on the angle. Whoop, little hop there. They let that go. Ooh, that was a travel too. You didn't call that one. Goes over to the angle. 5-point shot is good by Wakely. 40 seconds. Bounce fast. Peterborg 3-point shot. That caroms off. Gibson with the rebound puts it up, and that was blocked out of bounds by the Beavers. Beavers have cut an 11-point lead down to 6. Comes into Gibson. Gibson, 18-footer, no good. Rebound down to American Falls. Grigg into the forecourt to Cox. Skip there. Grigg, 3-point shot. Banks off, no good. Soda flat-footed on the rebound, and Wakely puts it in. Wakely has 5 points. And the Beavers have cut it to 4. 12.6 seconds. Shot clock is off. Soda had an 11-point lead, and American Falls on a run here has cut it to 4. And this is pretty easy. All you got to do is get the ball in, and they will foul you if the refs will call it. 36-32, timeout. Billy K. Sims. Her first year as head coach. Matt Grunning, the head varsity coach, helping out down there. Full timeout, 60 seconds. One second. There's the buzzer. They almost don't need to even get it across half court. Be a 2-second difference. Full court pressure by American Falls. Ball comes into Franson. Wow. Took the second hack for him to call it. It's obvious that American Falls wants to put him at the free throw line. And fouling out of the ball game, Maddie Grigg. She's a good player. That's 5 fouls. That's the first time in 4 quarters that Soda has beat American Falls to the free throw line. It'll be Franson. She is 0 for 2 from the line. It's a 2-possession game. She can make it a 2 3-pointer game. Franson, good. Nice free throw. Right down to the bottom of the well, makes it a 5-point lead. Franson for one more. She's styling. She's got a black leg and a bare leg and pink shoes. Rebound down to Wakely. Don't foul. You don't need to. Lead pass comes in. 3-point shot. Banks off, no good. And Coons with the rebound, and that's going to do it. Soda put up 10 points in that quarter. American Falls put up 11 points. That's 2 quarters in a row where the Cards put up 10 points. Kids shake hands at midcourt. I thought maybe the officials would also shake hands. I don't see them. 37-32 is the final score. Give me just a second and let me add up the scoring. Just hang with me. I can hear Lesotho varsity coming on. I'm still here. Hang with me. Okay, got American Falls done. Let me add up soda. Okay, I think I've got it. For American Falls, Taylor Press had 5 points. She hit a 3 and a 2 and was 0 for 2 from the free throw line. 4 points for Maddie Grigg. She hit 2 twos. 8 points for Savannah Cox. She hit, yep, I had to take my glasses off. She hit 3 twos and was 2 of 4 from the free throw line. Allie Klinger, 5 points. No, make it 7. No, 5 points. She was 5 of 10 from the free throw line. She almost shot as many free throws as the entire Soda team. 10 points for Reagan Wakely. She had a 3, 3 twos, and was 1 of 2 from the free throw line. American Falls hit on 8 of 18 from the free throw line, committed 13 personal fouls. For Soda, Danilee Franson, 14 points. She hit a 3, 5 twos, and was 1 of 4 from the free throw line. 4 points for Allie Osborne. And she had 2 twos. She was 0 for 3 from the free throw line. 8 points for Richardson on 4 twos. She was 0 for 2 from the free throw line. Coons, 2 points on a 2-point basket. She was 0 for 2 from the free throw line. Hallie Osborne with 4 points on 2 twos and 5 points for Gibson. She hit a 3 and a 2. Soda hit on 1, just 1 of 11 from the free throw line, committed 13 personal fouls. So the fouls were even, 13-13, but American Falls shot 7 more free throws than Soda did. At the end of the first quarter, Soda led it 11-6, 5-point lead. At halftime, Soda was outscored in the second quarter by 3 as American Falls put up 9 points, and it was 15-17, a 2-point lead for American Falls. In the third quarter, Soda put up 10 points, American Falls 6 points, and at the end of 3 quarters, it was 27-21. Then in the final quarter, the Beavers outscored Soda by 1. They put up 11 points to Soda's 10 points, and the final score, 37-32. The Soda JV wins it. And I did. I had a good time. I'm not sure why we were complaining and shot 7 more free throws. Can't figure that one out. So, but Soda wins it 37-32. We'll go to the varsity games. Let me take just a second here. 6 minutes till the start of the varsity game. We will see if the Soda varsity has made any adjustments from Ryrie last night. American Falls had a tough game with Malad. Ryrie, they're legit. That Eden Jenkins, oh, what a good player. And she actually used to, I think last year, play for American Falls. And she moved to Ryrie. Boy, that was a big loss for American Falls. She's a great player. I think she had 19 points last night against Soda. Let me check my notes. Games tonight, not too many. Boise is at Thunder Ridge. Hawaii is at Rigby. Twin Falls is at Skyline. Marsh Valley is at Kimberly. Preston is at Hillcrest. And Century is at Idaho Falls. Football games today. Nampa Christian, the Trojans beat the Pirates. I thought Westside would win that game, but Nampa Christian wins 20-8. Aberdeen lost to Ryrie back on Thursday. That was 14-8. So it will be Ryrie against Nampa Christian for the 3A state championship. Grace, oh my goodness, they got pounded by Kendrick. 82-6. What happened? And it was, I didn't get a Cami. Thought I did. Logos beat Cami. I didn't write the score down. It'll be Logos against Kendrick for the 2A state championship. 6A, Rigby beat Rocky Mountain 40-21. Timberline beat Coeur d'Alene 23-17. So it will be Rigby versus Timberline out of Boise for the 6A state championship. 5A, Hillcrest out of Idaho Falls beat Twin Falls 44-20. Bishop Kelly just squeaked by Skyline out of IF 21-20. So it'll be Bishop Kelly, the Knights, against the Knights. Have I got that right? Hillcrest against Bishop Kelly for the 5A state championship. 4A, Kimberly beat Fruitland 28-21. Homedale beat Sugar 30-20. So it will be Homedale against Kimberly for the 4A state championship. 1A, and I didn't get those games. They were played today, not yesterday. And it was Council against Cary and Tri-Valley against Wallace. Got about 2 minutes. College ball going on. Number 12, BYU. What time is it? That one should have started. BYU against the Horned Frogs in Provo. And I think that's a good game. BYU lost to TCU last week. They've got the Horned Frogs tonight in Provo. And then Central Florida will be at BYU next week. Basketball, what I saw, the Cougars were losing by at least 10 the last time I looked to UConn, the Huskies. That one is being played at Boston Garden. Celtics, they were always my favorite NBA team, even more than the Jazz. Both teams will come off the floor. We'll get ready for the national anthem and the starting lineups. So you got number 7 in the nation, BYU, playing number 3, UConn. Houston, out of the Big 12, is ranked number 1. Boise State, 6-3 in football. They've got San Diego State. They're at San Diego State tonight to face the Aztecs. And then Colorado State will be in Boise next Saturday. And then the Broncos will finish in Logan at Utah State on the 28th. That's a 2 p.m. Kickoff at Maverick Stadium, Merlin Olsen Field. Basketball, the Aggies are 2-1. They lost to Hawaii by 1. And they beat Utah Valley and beat Texas Rio Grande Valley from Edinburgh, Texas. They've got Montana State moving tonight. Wow, I can hear Jeff Horsley. Let's take my hat off. And I'll just let you pick up Jeff. They'll drop the flag out of the northwest corner. They'll do the sportsmanship code. Reminding us now that your operation is a quarter of balance, respect, and good citizenship are appreciated. Please be an example to those around you. And remember, you're loud, so you're proud, so you're voicing. For reminders of the expectations of swordsmanship at this event and others in the state of Idaho, visit the Highlands SNA website for the celebration of Thank you, Billy. So the cheerleaders will present the colors. Of the Idaho High School Activities Association. Thank you very much. Tonight's featured sponsor, Care Medical Center. Thank you, Care Medical, for your support of athletics at Soda Springs High School. At this time, I'd like to ask everyone to please rise and remove your hats as we honor America with our national anthem. The Soda Springs High School pep band will be performing the anthem, and the Soda Springs High School cheerleaders will bring honor and attention to the colors. There's your national anthem.
And now, tonight's starting lineups. First, the Lady Beavers from American Falls. The senior, right number 11, Pete Berger.
Farringer, our senior.
13, Jersey Spring.
Jersey Sprague. I love these names.
Some Funk,
Houston Funk, a junior.
the junior, Jersey Sheet.
No, I don't have a number 4.
Howard. And the Lady Beavers, Jason Brower.
Taylor Crease. I've been saying Cress all night. I'll introduce Soda. Well, we have 2 new officials. That's good. Now they'll introduce Soda. Jaden Parker, a sophomore, wearing number 1. Courtney Running, a senior. She wears number 2. Rosie Harris, she's a senior. Wears number 3. Maddie Kempy, she's a senior. And Ellie Wood, she is a senior. Matt Groening is the head coach, assisted by Jeff Parker. We're just about ready to go. And you know, doggone it, I didn't hear what her status was. We could really use Mumford. And she'd be a sophomore this year. Kempy will jump against Farringer. Farringer's 6-footish. Kempy is so tough. We're ready to go. Farringer controls the tip. Funk. Cut off. Gives it back outside. A little bunny hop there. Sprague. Sprague will get it to Bauer. Goes in the corner to Bauer. Now on the angle. Back up top to Funk. Funk over to the right side to Sprague. That shot missed everything. And Soda will take over. Rosie Harris will Harris, I got it right the first time. We'll get it into Groening. Groening covered by Funk. Harris. Oh, she walked. Yeah, she did. Tried to put on the brakes and picked up the back foot. So Soda will turn it over. Brower will get it in. Goes back to Brower. Covered by Harris. Brower on the left wing. Ooh, that's a walk right there. And Harris picks it off. Harris back the other way. Well, they're letting them play. Soda throws it away. Well, they say American Falls touched it. I didn't really see that. But Soto will take the ball. Parker gets it into Groning. Groning will come into the full court, work to the right angle. Groning in the corner. Harris, a 3-point shot. Rebound comes down to Crease. Holy cow! They're going to call that foul on Soda, probably, but that shouldn't have went that way. Crease throwing all kinds of elbows down there. And they call it against Groning. Wow. Difference between two ball games. They're in a ring down here. They're letting them play. AF ball. As Brower trying to get it in, double team. Ball is knocked loose and out of bounds. Ooh, I thought that went off of Soda. Soda will take the ball. Parker will inbound the ball for the Cards. Parker, just a sophomore, comes into Groning. Back to Jaden. Jaden on the left angle across over to Wood. Back to Groning. Groning to Parker. Parker to Groning. Groning from downtown. Harris tried to save it. Goes out of bounds. It'll belong to the Beavers. Funk will inbound the ball against full court pressure. Ball goes off the leg of Sprague, but American Falls saves it. It will be Funk into the fourth court. We got a jump ball. The alternate possession will belong to Soda. I think we've had 3 first downs in this one. No score. Wood 3-point shot. That's off the rim. Rebound down to Funk. Funk double teamed in the back court. Gets it to Brower. Goes along the baseline to Faringer. Ball ripped away. Wow, call something for heaven's sakes. They finally call a jump ball. Groning comes up for air. I think they were trying to drown her. And Davis checks in. Checking out. I believe it was Harris. American Falls ball. It will be Cox. No, they switch. Funk will inbound the ball. Nice lob, knocked away. Anna Davis comes up with it. Whoa, she carried it. They let that go. And Harris is fouled. Wow, what a difference 30 minutes makes. Harris will go to the free throw line. No score. 2.5 minutes gone. Harris, nice touch. 1-0 Soda. Rosie will get one more. Rosie Harris for the second shot. Shot is up. That one's no good. Down with the rebound is Faringer. Ball comes up. Harris steals the ball to Parker. Parker to Groning. Groning a 3-point shot. That's long. Wow, that Harris is all over the place. Comes up to Parker. Parker a 3-point shot. That caroms off. And what did they call there? They should have called Harris. Probably on a push on the rebound. Checking in is Gomez. Checking out will be Crease. 1-0. Full court pressure by the Cards. Funk double team. Got it to Gomez. Wow, they have numbers from the free throw line. Banks off. Rebound comes down. Shot is up and good. And a foul. As Funk put it in, and she was fouled. Foul goes against Rosie Harris. Funk will get one free throw. 2-1. Yeah, we knew that. Funk for the free throw. Josie Tingy set to check in. Free throw is no good, but sort of flat footed on the rebound. And, oh, she's laying on the baseline. Yes, she was. Tingy checks in. Gomez actually come down with that, but she was laying on her back, touching the baseline. So it goes over to Soda. Grani. Grani on, oh, wow. Holy cow. Funk just mugged Grani. The ball was kicked out of bounds. Parker gets the ball into Grani. Bad pass is picked off by Gomez. Gomez in the back court gets it up the floor to Funk. Funk is double teamed. Anna Davis knocks it into the back court. Davis in the right corner. Parker straight away. 3-point shot won't drop. Rattled around. Oh, that's traveling. Wow, they didn't call that. It'll be Brower outside. Go to a high post to Gomez. Goes over to Brower into Funk. And Davis steals it away. Grunning to Harris. What? That's going to be a foul against Farringer. That's just the first foul on American Falls. It ain't that they haven't been trying. And that'll put Rosie Harris at the free throw line. She's 1 of 2. She can give Soda the lead if she can hit both of them. Shot is up. Splash! Right down to the bottom of the well, and we are tied. Taylor Crease checks in. Wood checks in for Parker. And Harris will get one more. Rosie with a second shot. Got it. Rosie 3 of 4 from the free throw line. Soda leads by 1. Oh, my goodness. Wow. They're letting her do it, but Taylor Crease is really throwing some hooks out there. Wow. She's got some elbows. Matt Groning, mad about something. Should be Soda Ball. Yes. Anna Davis gets it into Wood. Whoa, Wood just about threw that away. Groning comes up with it. Groning works to the left angle, reverses it, gets it over to Davis. Davis, 2-point shot, nailed it. Soda up 6-2. Gomez, double team. Goes back to Brower. 10 seconds. Great defense by Soda as they pin the Beavers in the back court. It'll be Tinky to inbound the ball. Josie, ooh, bad pass. Wow, that's a foul. Come on. Love the look on Groning's face. She just took an off tackle. Goes to Tingy. Groning fakes the 3, drives. And that's a foul. And that one, that's going to be on Funk. I thought it was on Crease. Groning at the free throw line. Shot is up. No good. Rims out. Groning will get one more. Courtney for the second shot. Shot is up. That one's no good. Rebound comes down to Crease. Goes over to Brower. Shot is up, no good. Down with the rebound is Taylor Tingy. Up the floor, Anna Davis. Davis to Grani. Ooh, she walked over to Davis. Anna Davis misses the three. Rosie or Wood down with the rebound. Tingy with the shot. That won't go. And we got a jump ball. Alternate possession belongs to American Falls. We're going to need a medic between quarters here. Cox checks into the ball game. Soda kicked it. So the Beavers will try it again. Crease holds it up, gets it in to Brower. Wow, Parker rips it away from Brower. Jump ball, possession belongs to Soda. Wow. This one isn't actually as fun as the JV game, but I'm having a good time. Comes into Parker. Wood on the right angle. Back to Parker. Parker to Anna Davis. Lob comes in. Taken away by Gomez. Gomez gets it to Brower. Brower up the floor. Down to Funk. Brower back to Funk. Funk starts to drive. Kicks it back to Brower between the circles to Cox. Cox, a three-point shot from the right wing, missed everything. Taylor Tingy smartly let that go out of bounds. Maddie Kempe checks in for Josie Tingy. Ball comes into Jaden Parker. Parker into the forecourt with a right-hand dribble, gets a pick from Davis. Back to Davis. Kempe, Parker, rims out. Ooh, Harris over the back. Wow, why did they let them do that? That is crazy. You can't throw elbows like that. And that foul went against Wood. Into the forecourt is Funk. Stolen away. Parker into the forecourt to Davis. Davis, one dribble, and she's fouled. And that's going to go against Crease. That'll put Anna Davis at the free throw line. Both teams 4 fouls apiece. Davis has hit a three-pointer. She'll get a pair of free throws. Shot is up. Good. 7-2, 5-point lead for the Cards. And one more. Shot up. Good. She throws the second one right down the bottom of the well. Beavers with the ball behind by 6. They'll bring it into the forecourt. That's Funk, high post. Wow. Ball goes outside to Brower. To Funk. Stolen away. Wood to Parker. Parker laid it up short. Tiggy with the rebound. And no blood, no foul. It'll be American Falls' ball. Holy cow. I don't think I've seen a ball game this rugged, and I've done this for 45 years. Comes into Brower. Brower will bring it across the timeline over to Cox. Cox, high post to Crease. Underneath Gomez, about 3 steps. Rebound comes down to Groning. Groning into the forecourt. Groning will work to the right wing. Wood with a three-point shot. Whoa, Parker over the back. Jaden was over the back, but don't worry about it. Cox hits her with an elbow. A lot of elbows out there by the team in black. That is 5 fouls on Soda. And that will put Cox at the free throw line. That foul was against Jaden Parker. Shot is up and good. Josie Tingy checks in for Jaden Parker. Sophia Cox, one more. Shot up. Nice free throws by Cox. 8-4. Soda up by 4 with the basketball. Grani over to the right angle to Wood. Wood back up top to Harris. Back to Wood. Wood drives, cut off, knocked down. Ball goes back outside. Goes to Grani. Ooh, bad pass. And that's picked off by Gomez. And they'll call a foul on Kempe. I agree with American Falls. You have to call it both ways. That's not happening. That foul went against Kempe. That's 6 fouls on Soda now. And at the line, can't see the number for her ponytail. Nice free throw. That's Gomez. Brooklyn Gomez. Get one more. Cut the lead to 2. Ball comes into Groning. Groning working against Sprague. Groning between the circles gets a pick from Kempe. Groning outside near midcourt. Brower. Gonna call a foul against Josie Tingy. Yeah, it's like I say, no blood, no foul. They had hands all over Groning. Matt Groning's gonna get a T if he's not careful. Jeff Parker gets between him and the ref. Don't put your hands on him. Well, go ahead. Put your hands on him. That's okay. Matt still John with the officials. Why isn't that a 2-shot foul? Ball comes into Cox. Cox into the forecourt. Right side to Brower. Brower on the right angle. 2-point lead for Soda. Comes in the low blocks to Crease. And at the buzzer, Soda has a 2-point lead, 8-6. American Falls only hit one basket in that quarter, and they were 4 for 4 from the free throw line. Soda just hit one basket. That was a 3-pointer, and they were 5 of 7 from the free throw line. So it's a 2-point lead for the Cards at the end of the first quarter. Boy, I'm with Matt Groning. I would probably get thrown out of this one. Eight to 6. Wake up. Wake up. Both of these teams they got beat pretty badly last night. Ryrie beat Soda, and Malad beat American Falls. Soda ball to begin the second quarter. Cards lead it by 2. Rosie Harris to inbound the ball. Groning waiting for the inbounds pass. 2-3 zone for the Beavers. Groning up top between the circles. Over to the right side to Parker. Back to Groning to Wood. Groning high post to Harris. Groning over to Wood. Back to Groning. Plenty of time on the shot clock. Groning looked at a 3. She can hit them from there. Parker 12 seconds on the shot clock. Running 3-point shot. That rattles out, but down with a rebound is Jaden Parker. Back to Gronning. Gronning to Parker. Gronning straight away. High post to Ellie Wood. Comes over to Harris. Gronning another one. That one goes. Gronning hits her first three, and it's 11-6. Ball goes over to Brower. Left wing, she traveled. And that is Sprague back into the ball game. So Soda with the basketball up by 5. Checking in is Funk, and checking out is Sprague. Beavers will pick them up mid-court. Pass comes up to Wood. Wood pulls up on the left angle back to Gronning to Kempe to Parker. Gronning over to Wood on the left wing. Parker looked at an open three. Bounce pass inside. Oh! Wow, they say no good. It looked good to me. That was awesome. They're going to call the foul on Cox. Soda ball out along their own baseline. Wow. It's about time they started calling that. Crest puts both palms in the air. Yes, you throw elbows. They finally got you. That's the second foul on Crest. Harris gets it in the corner. Gronning to Parker. Goes to Harris. Kempe back outside. Parker goes to Wood. Across to Gronning. Bounce pass to Harris. Gronning. Parker. 3-point shot. No good. Down with the rebound is Cox. Cox will get it to Brower. Brower in the back court. Crossover dribble. Parker. Double team. Goes over to Cox. Bounce pass to Gomez along the baseline. Goes into crease. Over to. Oh, wow. That foul is going to go against Rosie Harris. Her second. I didn't see a broken arm, but we'll go with it. American Falls will take the ball out underneath their own basket. Goes in the corner to Wakely. Underneath, and that's a foul on Tingy or Kempe. Well, it's going to go against Davis. So what am I looking at? That's Davis's second foul. Soda has committed 8 personal fouls. At the line is Faringer. Free throw is no good. Faringer with one more. She has to be at least 6 feet. She's a tall kid. Second free throw's no good, but down with the rebound is Wakely. And great defense by Soda as Wakely loses the ball. Goes over to Soda. Got a one-man press. Ball comes to Parker. Comes back to Gronning. Soda leads 11-6. Parker on the right angle. Anna Davis to Harris. Rosie down in the corner to Parker. Cross court to Anna Davis. Gronning to Parker. Ooh, that was a dangerous pass. Anna Davis to Courtney Gronning. Back to Davis. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Harris drives, puts a shot up, and she traveled. Taylor Tingy, a sophomore, will check in for the other sophomore, Jaden Parker. Full court pressure by Soda as Gomez will get the ball in. Gets it into Funk and What did they do? They lost the ball out of bounds? I didn't see any blood. That's got to go over to Soda. Harris will inbound the ball to Groning. Soda up by 5. Groning between the circles over to Tingy. Dangerous pass, and that one is picked off by Wakely. There's a reach by Josie Tingy. Groning with the steal. Oh, wow. Groning got flattened on that play. They let that go, and American Falls gets an easy layup. What are you going to do? Groning was almost knocked down. I hate games like this. I really hate it. 11-8. And no, you're not calling them both ways. 11-8, timeout, Soda. Need a few more Cardinal crazies over there. They're only about half full. Craig Richardson, the Soda trainer, he's got to get some tape out at halftime. 11-8. American Falls drops back into the 2-3 zone. Soda has the ball 94 feet away. It'll be Tingy to inbound the ball to Groning. Look out. Groning in the backcourt. Crosses over against Funk. Goes to Harris at a high post. Tingy with a three-point shot. That's no good. Rebound down to Gomez. To Cox. Long lead pass comes down to Faringer. Faringer in the corner. And Groning knocks it away. Groning comes up with it. Goes over to Tingy. Wow, that's a reach. Anna Davis, three-point shot. That's no good. And Gomez down with the rebound. Lead pass to Cox, and Anna Davis steps in front of Cox. Anna Davis will come out of there with it. Comes up to Harris. Harris to Groning. Groning leads in and scores. That's 5 points for Courtney. And it's a 5-point lead, 13-8. Funk trapped in the backcourt, and timeout, Jason Brower for American Falls. And I apologize. I don't like to get on the refs. I was one for many years. I know what it's like. But between the first game and this one, I would say it's night and day. Soda has committed 8 personal fouls. American Falls 5. 13-8. Timeout. AF. I was going to get an American Fork shirt, and they wear the same colors as American Falls. I went to American Fork, but then everybody thought I was from American Falls. No. Whoa, that's a walk. Down the sideline goes Funk. Ball knocked away by Groning, picked up by Gomez. Goes into Farragut, and Farragut scores 13-10. Groning beats Funk into the forecourt. Davis in the corner. Tingy, ball knocked out of bounds. That went off from the Beavers. Rosie Harris will take the ball out of bounds for Soda. Comes into Davis. Davis missed a chippy. Had a layup. The rebound comes down to Wakely. Wakely crossover dribble in front of Harris. Gomez about an 18-footer. Oh, they're going to call Anna Davis with the foul. No, they're going to call Tingy. Kempe checks in for Soda along with Parker. The Soda has Davis, Tingy, Groning, Parker, and Kempe. Ball comes into Faringer. Bounce pass inside. Faringer turns, shoots, and down with the rebound is Anna Davis. Davis to Parker. Parker to Kempe. Kempe has the shot blocked. Wow, I've never seen so many elbows thrown in my life. The ball goes over to Funk. To Gomez. Gomez back up top to Brower. Brower to Wakely in the corner. Back outside to Wakely straight away as Brower looks at a three-point shot. That's no good, but Faringer with the... Oh, no! That was a great block. Holy cow. That's going to go against Kempe, and that's her second. That's 10 fouls called on Soda. Faringer at the free throw line, just 5 on American fouls. Shot is up and good. She'll get one more. Wood will check back in. Priest checks in for AF. You need to put your helmet on with Crease out there. She's rugged. Shot up. That one's no good. Parker down with the rebound. Up to Groning. Groning to Parker in the left corner. Bounce pass to Kempe. Groning, three-point shot. Missed everything. And Soda knocks it out. Sophia Cox checks in for Funk. Crease to inbound the ball against full court pressure. Ooh, little bunny hop there. Goes back to Crease. Parker. Timeout. American fouls. Smart play by Jason Brower. He knew that AF was going to get tied up, and he called the timeout before Parker could tie up. It's a 2-point game, 13-11. Both teams have scored 5 points in this quarter. American Falls, Cox will inbound the ball. Soda drops back into a man defense. Even though it's girls, it's still a man. Rosie Harris. That might have been a foul as Harris reached in on Brower, and they say the ball went off of Brower. Groning will bring it into the forecourt. Brower challenges Groning, comes out to Davis to Parker. Parker over to Groning on the right angle. Goes to Anna Davis on the wing. Back to Groning. Parker between the circles. Groning to Parker. Goes to Wood. Wood almost over the head of Groning. Kempe Groning puts a shot up, no good with 3 seconds on the shot clock. And Wood comes down with a rebound for Soda. Groning had one right there. Parker, 3-point shot. I'm waiting for her to hit one. Ball stripped away. Wow, call something. Goes to Parker. Another. God, I can't call this game. I'm struggling. You got to blow that thing. You can't be sucking on it. That'll put Groning at the free throw line. And that foul was on Brower, her first. Courtney Groning misses the first one. She's 0 for 2 from the free throw line. Rosie Harris checks in for Ellie Wood. Groning, 5 points on the night, but she's 0 for 2 from the free throw line. Shot up good. She's going to get 3 shots. She was outside the arc when she was fouled. Checking out is Brower, and Funk checks in for the Beavers. Groning for one more. Looking for her 7th point. Shot is up wide right. You got to hit the rim. Crease will get it into Funk. Funk double team. Goes over to the side. Oh, Farringer missed a layup. Wow. Don't call it jump ball. Holy crap. Crease was all over. It'll be AF's ball out underneath their own basket. Farringer is not covered, and at that height, easy layup. And it's a 1-point game. Groning to Parker to Harris. Back to Parker, over to Courtney. Looks at a 3. Yes. Holy cow. That's going to go against Taylor Crease. That is 14 fouls apiece. She is a warrior. I got to give her that. Comes in the corner. Groning, 3-point shot. Missed everything. And wow, big contact by Cox. And that goes out of bounds. Beaver ball on the side. Taylor Tingy checks in for Jaden Parker. It's a 1-point game, 28 seconds to go in the half. Rosie Harris stick running, and Groning lays it in. Nice steal by Rosie. Double team in the backcourt. Look out for the elbows. Jump ball. Good job by Taylor Tingy. I think Hannah Davis is counting her ribs. Harris will take it out. Soda leads by 3. 16.5 seconds. Ball comes into Groning. Up top to Tingy. Davis. Tingy. 3-point shot. Missed. Down with a rebound. Davis puts it in. Anna Davis with 6 points. And there's a bump by Groning. How'd that one go? Oh, she stepped on the sideline. It could be anything. You have to wait. Parker checks in for Harris. Cross court to Tingy. That's a bad pass. And at the buzzer, Soda leads by 5. Soda put up 10 points in that quarter. And American Falls put up 8 points. And all of American Falls' points were by Berkeley Farragut. Let me add up scoring for you. Just give me a second. I'm still here. Hang with me. I've got American Falls done. Let me work on soda. Okay, I think I've got it. For the Beavers, Berkeley Farringer was 7 points, all in the second quarter. She has 3 twos and is 1 of 3 from the free throw line. 2 points for Houston Funk. She had a 2 point basket in the first quarter, was 0 for 1 from the free throw line. Brooklyn Gomez with 2 points, 2 for 2 from the free throw line. Sophia Cox with 2 points, 2 for 2 from the free throw line. American Falls hit on 5 of 7 from the free throw line, committed 7 personal fouls. No, yes. For Soda, Jaden Parker did not score. Courtney Grunning with 8 points. She has a 3, 2 twos, and is 1 of 4 from the free throw line. 3 points for Rosie Harris on 3 of 4 from the free throw line. And 7 points for Anna Davis. Hit a 3, a 2, and was 2 for 2 from the free throw line. Maddie Kempe didn't score. Josie Tingy got in for just a second, didn't score. Ellie Wood didn't score, and Taylor Tingy played and didn't score. Soda hit on 6 of 10 from the free throw line, committed 10 personal fouls. Soda got 3 extra free throws in the first half, but they also committed 3 extra fouls. 18-13 here at halftime. Give me just a second. Yes, I have to take Diet Pepsi. We went to Panda Express in Logan today. That was really good. Really expensive. I didn't pay. My buddy paid. But it was really, really good. Let's see if I can find some scores here. No. 12-0. No, that's the top. Come on, tell me straight. 12-0 BYU over TCU. First quarter, that might say, no, I can't say 12 minutes. Well, I've got to check that one. Give me just a second. I'm clicking away. Whoops. 0-0. 11:35 in the first quarter. So BYU and TCU are tied. No score. I'm going to try to check Utah State. Well, we've got a lot of stuff. I thought the Oklahoma Alabama game, that was awesome. I had to wait to come over here because I was watching it. Let's see, Utah State. Let's just go football. Both are playing basketball tonight. 23-23, Utah State and UNLV down in Las Vegas are tied. Okay, we need to check BYU basketball. I think they were getting beat solidly. No, it's tied. It's 86-84. UConn with a 2-point lead. And that one is in the Boston Garden where the Celtics play. Of course, UConn, kind of a short drive. BYU has to go clear to the East Coast for that one. It's got to be kind of fun to play where the Celtics play. That parquet floor that the Celtics have. Got about 3 minutes. Let's do Soda's schedule. So we're up to date on that. So we got AF tonight. Next Friday, Cardinals will travel over to the west side of Idaho. They'll face Parma on Friday. And then they'll move a little bit south and face the Melba Mustangs on Saturday. Then on Tuesday, November 25th, the Grace will be here in Soda. And then December 4th, 5th, and 6th, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Cards will head on down to St. George, and they'll be in the Desert Hills Classic down in St. George. Of course, that's where I'm from. American Fork with St. George. I lived more in St. George. My kids grew up in St. George. I've mentioned that my daughter was the first student body president of Snow Canyon. Let's see. So that is December 4th, 5th, and 6th. Soda hasn't done very well the last 2 seasons down there in St. George. Then Thursday, December 12th, Wendell will be at Soda. And then Saturday, the next day, Cards will turn around and go out to Declo. American Falls last night lost to Malad 61-20. Of course, they're at Soda. Then Tuesday, the Firth Cougars will be at American Falls. And then the Beavers, December 4th, will head on out to Declan. Let's see. West J at West Side tonight. And then the Pirates will be at Marsh Valley on Wednesday. Grace will be at Aberdeen to face the Tigers on Tuesday. And then Aberdeen will be at North Fremont on Thursday. Declo will be at Buell next Tuesday. And then Nampa Christian will be at Declo next Friday. Wendell, they have Shoshone tonight at Wendell. And then they will be at Murtaugh on Tuesday. Games tonight, Southeast Idaho, Boise is at Thunder Ridge. Owyhee is at Skyline. Marsh Valley is at Kimberly. Preston is at Hillcrest. And Century is at Idaho Falls. We are ready to go. Second half. Soda up by 5, 18-13. We'll switch baskets. Soda will go to the south basket. American Falls to the north basket. Soda will go with Kempe, Parker, Grunning, Harris, and Wood. I think that was the same starting lineup at the beginning of the game. Ball will go to American Falls to start the third quarter. Kempe and Harris, they're having a good time. AF will go with Farringer, Sprague, Brower. I think that's their same starting lineup. Nice bounce pass, but it's taken away by Soda. Rosie Harris back to Groning. Groning will bring it into the forecourt. Right wing to Parker, back to Groning. Groning high post to Harris. Back over to Parker. Groning straight away. To Wood, to Parker, to Groning. Back to Wood. Ellie Wood to Groning. Groning pulls up the right elbow. Got it. Groning with 10 points. Makes it a 7-point lead. Double team in the backcourt. And a steal by Wood to Parker. Parker threw it between Rosie Harris's feet. To get that pass up there where she can catch it. That would have been an easy 2. Sprague inside to to Gomez. Shot up, no good by Farringer. Got her own rebound. Brower outside. Goes inside to Farringer. Farringer in the low blocks. Oh, wow. Yeah, Kempe isn't going to take that. She's the wrong one to throw an elbow at. I don't know what your problem is down there. We'll call the foul on Kempe, but you can't throw elbows like that. Kempe just picked up her third. Somebody's going to get a bloody nose before this one's over. American Falls to inbound the ball. Lob comes into Farringer. Bounce pass outside to Sprague. Bounce pass inside to Farringer. Wow, she's pushing. And she puts it in. Wow, that was a bulldozer. That's the way you do it. Groning in the backcourt to the forecourt with a right-hand dribble. Gets it to Parker. Goes to Groning. Over to Harris. Harris to Parker. Oh, Parker had a layup and she lost it. Goes back to Harris. Groning straight away between the circles. Bounce pass over to Parker. Groning straight away. Wood on the left angle. Wood to Harris. Back to Wood. To Groning. Just about threw it away. Groning. 3-point shot from the left wing. No good. Wood with the rebound. Goes to Groning. Back to Harris. Harris to Parker. Over to Groning. Wood from the corner. No good. Farringer with the rebound. But oh, wow. We're going to get a broken jaw down there before this is over. Rosie Harris is really hurt. I don't know. You officials have just got a chill down there. Holy cow. What did you say? No, it was down there. Yeah, all over Rosie on the floor. Yes, I am. And Soda has 4 more fouls than you do. Thank you. I'll get you to ref the rest of it. Wow, Rosie Harris was really hurt. Craig Richardson down there helping Rosie off the floor. I've never seen so many elbows from one team in my life. 20-15, 5-point lead for Soda. Soda will have the ball out of bounds. It'll be Ellie Wood to inbound the balls. And I've never seen so much complaining from one side. Shot from the corner is no good. Goes out of bounds. It'll belong to American Falls. Soda up by 5, 5:39 to go in the third quarter. Tingy checks in for Parker. Ball comes in to Funk. American Falls has numbers. Cox is cut off by Kempy, and Wakely just lost the ball out of bounds. Ball will come into Groning. Soda up by 5 with 5:25 to go. Wood on the left elbow to Groning. Groning, a three-point shot. No good. Ball is loose. Kempy comes up with it. Wow. Anna Davis is knocked to the floor. Anna's having a hard time getting up. No, that wasn't a foul. Davis will be at the free throw line. She is 2 for 2 from the line. Anna, just a junior. Shot is up. She's 3 for 3. She has 8 points on the night. Taylor Tingy, a sophomore, checks in for Wood. Davis for one more. Shot is off the rim. Davis got her own rebound, and Tingy comes up with it. Back to Anna Davis. No call. Davis was stripped to the floor, and they let that go. Full court pressure by Soda. And a steal by Tingy. Tingy to Tingy, and there's a foul on Cox. And that will put Davis back at the free throw line. She is 3 of 4 from the line. I like Anna. She is so tough. Shot is up and off the front of the rim. She'll get one more. See Rosie up in front of the bench. Hopefully she's okay. Second shot is no good, but Groning comes down with it. Timeout. Matt Groning. 30-second timeout. Matt called timeout before they could call a jump ball. And the only thing with that is to call the timeout, you have to have possession. And I'm not sure Courtney totally had possession of that ball. 21-15, a 6-point lead for Soda. Wow. Hopefully for me, this is just a warm-up. I hate this game. Sue Haley's laughing at me, but I'm serious. I hate this game. 21-15. Soda with the ball along their own baseline. Lob comes into Davis. Davis almost threw it away. Groning got it. Tingy, three-point shot off the top of the rim, and there's a foul. That might have been Anna Davis. That would be Anna's third personal foul. Ball will come in to Funk. Funk up top between the circles, over to the right side to Brower to Cox. Back outside to Funk on the right angle. Cox, a three-point shot. That's no good. Wakely runs it down. but it's stolen by Tingy. Granny comes up with it, up the floor to Josie Tingy. Got both Tingies in there. No, that's not a foul. Let it go. High post to Tingy. Back to Granny in the corner. Kempy underneath to Josie Tingy. Missed the layup. Rebound comes down to Tingy. Back to Taylor Tingy. She gets it to Davis. Davis, ooh, threw the ball away. Farringer steps in front of the pass. 3-point shot by Bourne. Wow. That was a nice shot. That tightens up the score to 3 points. Outside, grinding a 3-point shot. That's off the heel of the basket. Kempy battles for it, puts it up. Davis had it and just threw it to Broward. That's a jump ball. How does it feel? 21 to 18. You don't want to see anybody get hurt. So we have Brower on the floor for the Beavers. And to me, that was totally a jump ball. Brower's going to limp off. She's hurt. I can see the tears coming. She's a tough player. I like her. Beavers ball will be on the side across the way to take it out. We'll see, is that Klinger? Yep, number 0, Allie Klinger, a sophomore. I see, I'm not sure what's going on across the way. Oh, Farringer missed a layup. Tingy, lead pass to Kempy. Kempy goes in and she's fouled by Cox. That would be Cox's 3rd personal foul. And that will put Maddie Kempy at the free throw line. Maddie hasn't scored yet tonight. Shot is up. Now she has. She tickles the twine with the first one. She'll get one more. Maddie is a tough player. Second one, splash. Got them both. 5-point lead, 23 to 18. Ball comes into Klinger. Lead pass down underneath. The shot is up and in by Farringer. Soda really doesn't have an answer for her. Groney to Davis. Back to Groney. Back to Davis. Wow. Davis got that back, but she was lucky. Davis in the corner. Groney, a 3-point shot. She's been off the mark a little bit. Kempy runs it down. Kempy is knocked down. This is like a pinball machine. Let's see what they called that on. Well, that's 5 fouls. Should be shooting. When they call that on, they called it on Cox. And that is her 4th. Maddie Kempy at the free throw line. Shot is up. No good. She'll get one more. Parker checks in for Josie Tingy. Maddie will get one more shot. I'll try to make it a 4-point lead. Shot is up. Good. Right down to the bottom of the well. There's Rosie back into the ball game. That's a good sign. She really got hammered. She found out why they call them hardwoods. The ball goes to Funk. Funk, lead pass, goes over to the right side. Into Farringer. Farringer under is fouled by Tingy. That'll go against Josie Tingy. And that'll put Farringer at the free throw line. She's 1 of 3 from the line. That's the third foul on Joseph. Shot is good for the free throw. 24-21. Garinger can cut it to a 2-point lead. Josie Tinky checks out. Wood checks in. Shot is up. That one's no good. Davis runs it down for the Cards. Davis into the forecourt. Rosie, Harris. Shot by Groninger. The 3-point shot. Groning with 13 points. 27-21. Full court pressure. Oh, nobody on the back door. Oh, shot was blocked by Groning. That'll be Courtney's second foul. And that'll put Fahringer back at the free throw line. She is 2 of 5 from the free throw line. She'll get a pair here. Shot is up. No good. She'll get one more. Fahringer, one more. Shot is up. That one's no good, but, well, there's a trip. The ball goes out of bounds. They got that wrong twice. Foul on Soda, but then American Falls knocked it out of bounds. Fahringer puts a shot up. It's blocked. Over the back was Gomez. Parker has it knocked away from behind. 2:05 to go in the third quarter. 6-point lead for the Cards. Parker will inbound the ball to Groning. Groning between the circles, goes over to Parker, down to Harris. Harris, bad pass, picked off by Funk. Lead pass, and that's out of bounds. As Klinger couldn't catch up to it. Parker will inbound the ball, goes into Groning. Comes up to Harris. Timeout. Matt Groning, I think he's frustrated a little bit. He calls timeout. The only thing with the Cardinals is they don't have a saddle on them. Should have a saddle. 27-21, a 6-point lead. Got 40. No, that's the timeout. I hate that. Why do you need to time the timeout? Nobody cares. The officials know. Cardinal crazies and the cheerleaders having a good time. And I really don't care what anybody says. In fact, they won the state championship twice. They missed it last year. But Soda has the best cheerleaders on our level, no doubt. Parker to inbound the ball right in front of her dad. Comes into the back court to Groning. Groning back to Parker. Goes in the corner to Harris. Back to Groning. Groning working against Brower. Good to see her back in the game. Harris to Parker to Wood. Wood almost knocked out of bounds. 3-point shot, rims out. Davis with the rebound. Harris inside. Oh, Wood was hammered. Holy cow. That's a walk. What are you guys looking at? As my friend said, we're not watching the same game. Soda ball right in front of us. Parker into Groning. Soda up by 6, a minute to go in the third. Over to Parker. Parker just about had it stripped away. She's counting her fingers. Davis in the corner to Harris. That's a bad pass. She threw it out of bounds. Kempe will check back in with 49.4 seconds. I still don't think Rosie's completely all there yet. It'll be Funk over to Brower in the corner to Faringer. Back to Brower. Faringer in the corner. 35 seconds to go in the game. 20 on the shot clock. Ball stolen away by Wood. Possession arrow belongs to Soda. It will be Ellie Wood to inbound the ball. Gets it into Anna Davis. Davis down the side. Pulls up. Double team. Gets it to Groning. Groning over to Parker. 3-point shot. Got it. There you go, Jaden. She can hit those. 10, 9, 8, 7 seconds. And the ball is knocked out of bounds, and Soto will have the ball with 3.8 seconds. 30-21. Soto has moved out to a 9-point lead. Taylor Tingy checks in for Maddie Kempe. Comes into Groning. Groning at the buzzer. 3-point shot, no good. And at the end of 3, Soda 30 and American Falls 21. American Falls put up 8 points in that quarter. Soda put up 12. Let me see if I can check a score here. We got 10-0 BYU over TCU. Basketball. Oh, that isn't what I saw. UConn beat BYU 85-68. The last score I saw, I thought it was 85-84. 30-21. We'll go into the fourth quarter. Good to see Jaden Parker finally hit a 3. That should give her a little confidence. She can really knock those down. American Falls ball to begin the fourth quarter. Soda up by 9, 1 quarter to go. Ball comes into Brower. Brower in the corner to Faringer. Comes back outside. Tingy knocks it away. Groning comes up with it. Groning lost it. Goes out of bounds, but it went off from the Beavers. Well, look out. Here comes the elbows. Kempe will come in. Harris will come in. Soto with the ball 94 feet away. Comes into Groning. Groning across the timeline, just underway in the fourth. Davis to Groning to Parker. Back across to Davis. Groning, high post to Harris. Parker. Davis on the left wing comes into Rosie. Back to Davis on the left wing. Cross court to Parker. Rosie inside to Kempe. Parker 3-point shot, and coming up with it is Anna Davis. Parker another 3-point shot. That's no good. And Crease comes down with it. The ball will go to Brower. 1 minute gone in the final quarter. Goes over to Gomez. Gomez? Yeah. 3-point shot, no good. Grunning down with the rebound. Grunning to Parker in the corner to Davis. What do you got to do? Josie Tinky will check in for Anna Davis. And they say Davis lost it out of bounds. 30, 21, 6:40 to go. Double team. Cox in the backcourt. Cox back over to, oh, that's double dribble right there. Throw an elbow, you'll get out of it. Goes over to Cox, into Ferringer, back to Cox, straight away to Funk, back over to Cox, bounce pass at a high post to Crease, into Ferringer, and fouled by Kempe. That'll be the fourth foul on Maddie. And that'll put Ferringer at the free throw line. She is 2 of 7 from the free throw line. Shot is up, rims out, no good. She'll get one more. Berkeley Ferringer, she is a senior for the Beavers. Ferringer, one more. Shot is up. Second one's no good. Parker down with the rebound for the Cards. Up the floor to Groning. Groning to Parker and back to Courtney. Courtney on the left angle. Jaden will get it over to Rosie. 3-point shot, no good. Battling for it is Tingy, and she ties up with Cox and Crease. That'll be Soda possession. They'll have the ball out underneath their own basket. Checking in is Brooklyn Gomez for the Beavers. Rosie Harris to inbound the ball. You got 5 seconds. Get it in. Comes outside to Tingy. To Parker. 3-point shot. From the corner. Courtney Groning with her third 3-point shot. Rosie Harris with a steal. To Parker. Parker lays it in with the left hand. 5 real quick points for Soda. And Soda leads it by 14. Got a full timeout. American Falls with the timeout. 35-21. Boy, I know what I'm going to do when I get home. I'm going to get this game out of my system, and I'm going to watch some football. Had BYU 10-0 over TCU. That game is in Provo. $15 left in the timeout. I know you wanted to know that. Soda ready to go. American Falls still drying in the sand down there. Full court pressure by the Cards, waiting for the Beavers to come back out. It'll be Brower. Nope, take that back. It'll be Funk to inbound the ball. Parker fronts the pass. Goes, ooh, that's double dribble right there. Goes back. Oh, Gomez, don't throw that elbow. Goes to Crease. She'll throw it. Crease in the low blocks. Back outside to Funk. Funk cut off by Parker. Goes to Cox. Brower looking at a deep three. Didn't take it. Pick and roll. Wasn't there. 3-point shot. No good. Goes out of bounds. And Ellie Woods will check in for Jaden Parker. Soda with a 14-point lead and the basketball. Gronin in the back court. Lob pass comes at Wood double carried it right there. It comes to Gronin to Harris. Back over to Ellie. Ellie, a 2-7 splash. What a shot by Ellie Wood. That's her first two. Cox has the ball stolen away from behind. Harris couldn't put the brakes on. She had a great steal. She's still limping from that big foul in the first half. Let's see. Kempe in for Rosie. Yeah, she is limping. She's going to need an ice bath tonight. Comes into Crease. Crease outside. Brower deep three. That's no good. Crease with the rebound. Funk drives Soda. Let her drive to the basket and oh, that's a foul. Foul is on Funk. One foul apiece. That one was on Funk. That's her second. Grunning will back it out near midcourt. Over to the right angle to Anna Davis. Man to man for America. Oh, that's a man alive. And I know I'm prejudiced, but that has been going on all night. 37-21, 16-point lead. That was the third foul on Houston Funk. Ball comes into Gronin to Anna Davis on the angle. Cross court, threw it over Gronin's head. That's going to go out of bounds and belong to American Falls. Soda up by 16, 4 minutes to go in the ball game. Ball will come into Brower. Brower into the forecourt, up top between the circles, over to Cox on the left angle. Brower looking at about a 25-footer. Goes over, shot is up, rims. Oh, come on, that's 5 fouls on Press. The only thing is she doesn't have a hammer. Shot is up, no good. There's another one. And now what? They call a foul on Soda. Holy cow! Oh my goodness. Crease will go to the free throw line. That foul was on Tingy, her fourth. Crease misses the free throw. Josie has 4 fouls. Crease with one more. Puts up the right-handed shot, and that one's no good. Gomez, no make it fairing there. Groning with the rebound. Groning down the left sideline. Gets it to Davis. Back to Groning between the circles up near midcourt. She is fronted by Wakely. Now she's triple teamed. Wood to 3 points. There. Wood with a 3-point shot. She has 5 points all in this quarter. And it's a 19-point lead for Soda. Brower. Deep three. Oh, she got it. What a nice shot. And that is her second three. 40-24. Ball comes up to Anna Davis. 2:45 to go in the game. Davis across the top will give it to Groning. Groning to Ellie Wood. Wood about an 18-footer. Tingy down with the rebound. And there's a 3-point shot by Davis. Well, that was a nice idea by Ellie Wood. But I think they say she stepped on the baseline. American Falls ball. Brower will get it in to Sprague. Back to Brower. Goes over to the right side to Wakely. Ball is knocked out of bounds. It'll belong to the Beavers underneath their own basket. Ball comes in. 3-point shot by Brower. I would have called Brower for a flop. She didn't get it. Ball comes up to Tingy. Tingy to Davis. Back to Josie, or to Jaden Parker. And all alone, and she missed the layup, was Wood. 1:55 to go in the ball game. Brower into the forecourt. Goes over to Wakely. Sprague, Wakely, Farringer. Farringer in the corner. Goes over to the right or the left side. Sprague, 3-point shot. That caroms out, no good. Soda's done a great job boxing out. Ellie Wood wasn't looking for that. Almost hit her right in the nose. 1:15. Goes over to the right side. And that goes out of bounds off from American Falls. Soda will have the ball with 1:11 to go. Parker will bring it into the forecourt. Goes to Anna Davis in the corner. Taylor Tingy missed it, but down with a rebound. Wood, and she missed an easy one right under the basket. And I think they're going to call Jaden Parker with the foul. 16-point lead with 54 seconds to go. And that second foul on Jaden Brower into the forecourt to Font. Foul's going to go against Taylor Tingley. And that's her second. The Beavers will have the ball along their own baseline. Looking for Farringer. She's right under the basket. 5 seconds. Comes outside to Brower. Back to Funk to Brower. 40 seconds. Inside. Oh, Farringer got away and got an easy one. 40, 26, 14. Oh, that's a carry. Taylor Tingy, she knew it. 33 seconds. Soda up by 14. Brower will inbound the ball to Funk. Funk into the forecourt. Ooh, don't give Brower that shot. Oh, that's over the back. What are you looking at? They give the ball to American Falls. That was WWF right there. Foul away from the ball. It's going to go against Parker. That is Parker's 4th foul. No, they called. There is no 11. That went against Parker. Ball comes outside. Goes into the corner. Funk drives the baseline. And Tingy fouls her from behind. Should be Taylor's 3rd foul. And that will put Funk at the free throw line. Shot clock is off. Free throw is no good. Funk will get one more. 40-26. 14-point lead. 21 seconds to go in the ball game. Second shot. Funk hits the second one. I like that name. Houston. Parker into the forecourt. That's not a foul. And that's going to go against Funk. That should be her 4th. Soda with the ball on the side. Wood gets it into Parker. Crossover dribble against Funk. 10 seconds. Parker with the dribble. No need to put up a shot. The shot clock is off. 2 seconds, 1 second, and that's the final score. Soda 40, American Falls 27. Oh, I hate that. Come up with something original. You believe that you have won. Really? There's the Soda fight song. 13-point lead or game for Soda. They put up 10 points in that quarter. And American Falls with just 6 points. So +4. Let me add up the scoring. We'll see if we can get Matt up here. Just hang with me while I add this up. Still adding. Hang with me. Let's see if we can get Matt Groening to come up. Still adding. Hang with me. Good thing that I saw tonight. Saw Jaden Parker get in the scorebook, and then Ellie Wood had 5 points in the fourth quarter. I'm still adding of 18. Both teams shot 18 free throws. 5, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 22. Soda committed 22 personal fouls. In American Falls, who was by far the more rugged team, 14. Soda comes out with a win. That's all that matters. Let's run the scoring for you. Berkeley Feringer had 14 points. And difference is she only hit 2 of 9 from the free throw line. Had 6 twos. Sprague did not score. 3 points for Houston Funk. She hit a 2 and was 1 of 3 from the free throw line. Brooklyn Gomez with 2 points, 2 for 2 from the free throw line. 6 points for Avery Brower. She hit 2 threes, and they were deep. 2 points for Sophia Cox on 2 for 2 from the free throw line. Beavers hit on 7 of 18 from the free throw line, and they committed 14 personal fouls. For Soda, 5 points for Jaden Parker. She hit a 3 and a 2. 16 points for Courtney Grani. She hit 3 threes, 3 twos, and was 1 of 4 from the free throw line. Rosie Harris with 3 points on 3 of 4 from the free throw line. 3 points for Maddie Kempe, 3 of 4 from the free throw line. 8 points. Good night for Anna Davis. She had a 3, a 2, and was 3 of 6 from the free throw line. And Ellie Wood hit a 3 and a 2 in the fourth quarter for 5 points. Soda hit on 10 of 18 from the free throw line, and nobody fouled out, which was amazing. Probably could have, should have been. Sort of 22 fouls tonight, and they weren't the aggressive team, I'll just say. At the end of the first quarter, Soda led it by 2. It was 8-6. Then Soda outscored the Beavers by 3 in the second quarter to take a 5-point lead at halftime, 18-13. In the third quarter, Soda put up 12, and American Falls put up 8. Soda outscored them by 4 to make it 30-21 at the end of 3. And then in the final quarter, Soda outscored the Beavers by 4, putting up 10 points to the Beavers 6. Final score, Soda 40 and American Falls 27. Let me check. Still got 10-0 BYU over TCU. They're in the second quarter. Basketball team got beat by UConn, number 3 team. I think that was 85-68, just off the top of my head. Games tonight. Boise is at Thunder Ridge in Idaho Falls. Owyhee is at Rigby. Twin Falls at Skyline. Marsh Valley is at Kimberly. Preston is at Hillcrest. And Century is at Idaho Falls. So does schedule. Once again, they go on the road over to the western border. They'll be at Parma to face the Panthers on Friday. And then they drop down to Melba on Saturday, and they'll face the Lady Mustangs. Grace will be at Soda on Tuesday, November 25th. And I think that's a pretty good Grace team. Wendell will be, well, we've got to go to St. George first. Desert Hills Classic, December 4th, 5th, and 6th, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. And again, Soda, they've struggled in that tournament. Little Utah schools beat up on them. Wendell will be at Soda on Thursday, December 12th, and Cards turn around on Saturday, December 13th, and they'll head out to Declo. Still looking for Matt. I don't see him. Conference tonight. Well, conference games, not tonight. There's Matt. Ryrie will be at Malad on Tuesday. Matt Grani joins us for the post game. As I said a couple of times, I hate this game. Uh, did you have to call any medics or anything? I've never seen such a rugged team in my life, but credit to the Cards. They stood up to it.
Yep. Sometimes we bring the worst out, everybody, but it's just our style, and listen, sometimes when you're trapping 100 miles an hour, sometimes things get a little chaotic, but I was just pleased the way we hung in there and just kept fighting.
Had a couple of kids that I was happy to see them. Jaden got in the scorebook, and Ellie also got into the scorebook, and they've been kind of quiet. And 5 points out of both of them. Courtney had a big night with 16, but 22 fouls. I think you just chalk that up. I don't know what you could do about that, but that's a lot of fouls, but nobody fouled out.
Yeah, isn't that something else? We spread them out evenly,
There you
but
go.
no, I'm pleased. And like you mentioned, a couple of those that finally got in the scoring column, we're only going to keep getting more in the scoring column. We're just going to get their confidence is growing, and it's games like tonight that get that confidence going, and we're going to build on that and continue to get better.
With a rugged team like this, that really has to be a building block for this team. Get blown out last night, and they had some height and they had some elbows. I noticed that. But to get through this, you really got to be really happy. What did you tell the girls in the locker room?
I just told them. I mean, I wish you could have walked in with me. It
Yeah.
was almost like we had lost again. I'm like, hold on a sec. Celebrate these wins. You earned that win out there. Yeah, I just told them I was proud of them the way that they hung in there and kept fighting, did what I asked them to, didn't get too out of control at times, and you know what? We just wore them down. We talked about this last night. They are going to give you they give me everything they got when they're on the floor, all eight of them. And so I just proud of them. The way they play, they just play hard, play for each other.
And that's kind of an oxymoron. They were on the floor tonight a lot. How is Rosie? She came back in, but I thought she was limping a little bit.
Yeah, I think it would just like knee to knee contact is kind of what we're hoping. I mean, she did go back in the game and play and seemed to move fine, but there was a little limp there, and that's why we took her out when we did. But you're not, unless we have a seat belt with a lock on it, you're not going to keep her on the bench. That girl's as tough as they come.
She is. Go on the road over to Western Idaho next week. Two really tough teams. Got the Parma Panthers on Friday, and then we drop down and face the Melba Mustangs, who are they're always in the fight for the state championship. Parma won it last year, and so that's a couple of good matchups on the road.
Oh, we got our work cut out for us there. I got to find who built this schedule and have a talk with them. But no, I mean, you know what? That's how you get better is going to play that competition. And, we don't get to see them usually until we go to state. We just started this last year where they both came here and played. And so we get to take that fun yellow bus ride up there and stay the night and play them. And you nailed it. Those are two great teams up there. So we definitely got our work cut out for us. But we're up for it, and it's always good to see how good they are. So when you do go to state, you kind of have an idea of what to expect.
So you rest off the bus and face Parma, but you go to Melba with no rest, or how does that work?
Yeah, I honestly, I think Parma's our first game, so we'll leave early in the morning, play Parma that night, stay in a hotel, and then I think it's like a 12 o'clock. Don't quote me on that, but it's an earlier start the next day against Melba.
That's so you can get home.
Yeah, that way we get home a little better time. I mean, that's a tough turnaround for sure, but um, that's okay. I'd rather get home at a decent time, and it's like I tell these, we're in as good a shape as anybody anyway, so we'll take it.
Come home with 2 wins. That's what we want. Tonight's game. Is there anything you see um, again, you can't fault the fight in these kids. But is there anything defensively or offensively? I thought they were a lot better tonight on offense, but the defense, boy, they were nose up with a very rugged team. Is there anything you tweak between now and Friday?
Oh yeah, we'll be tweaking for the rest of the year. This is only game two, and we done a couple small tweaks in it there, but it's kind of like I told you last night. We have a few girls that are playing positions that they haven't played before. I mean, they've been out on the floor, but we have a few that haven't played certain positions. So it's those rotations. There was a few times tonight we got caught out of place and over rotated, and so it's just little things like that. Offensively, we're starting to move the ball better. We're making the good pass, and we're getting that movement that I want to have too. And we'll just continue to work on that. And once we get the movement, then we'll start to get the movement to the right spot. We're not going to move just to move, but we're going to move with purpose. And so those are the small things that we keep working on.
We didn't really have an answer for Faringer tonight. She's easy 6 footish. She got 14, but some of those she was all alone. Where are we? And she could have dunked it, but she actually missed two or three right under the basket because we actually got in her face.
Yeah, and that's what I'm talking about with the over rotation and tweaking if understanding where to rotate and when to rotate. And the couple plays you're referring to is where we did go to the wrong spot there and happened to leave her wide open.
A little back door there.
Yeah, it happens, but that's all right.
Well, I've been to Parma. They have a nice gym, and I've called a state championship game with Melba, but I think it was the Bears. Did I do the Bears? I did. I admit it. But
You had a weak moment just for a little bit.
Yeah.
We'll forgive you.
but I'm back. So have a good trip. That's a long trip. Just west of Boise, Parma, and then drop down a little south to Melba. But it's kind of a bonding thing for the kids. Long ride, stay overnight, have water and towel fights and that kind of stuff. So have a good trip, and we'll certainly follow you.
Sounds good. We appreciate it. We plan on having a good time. Thanks, Glade.
All right, we'll let you go, Matt. Final score tonight: Soda wins it 40-27. 16 points for Courtney Groning, 5 points for Jaden Parker, 5 points for Ellie Wood, 8 points for Anna Davis. Nice night. 3 points for Maddie Kempe, and 3 points for Rosie Harris. That's going to do it here, as the Cards will hit the road next week at Parma on Friday and at Melba on Saturday. That's going to do it here. Final score, once again, Soda 40 and American Falls 27. Glade Bullock for Sue Haley. Good night, everyone.